check, I guess. Oh my god. I think my voice should appear in the stream, right? Can you hear me? Oh my god. I think this is the first time for me to stream like in English because usually I always teach at least for the online teaching I always teach in Indonesian. Yeah. I mean, it's not really a voice reveal. You guys can wait. Let me actually turn off the music. Yeah, it's not really a voice reveal. You guys already can check like some if you check like the online classes that I do, which is public by the way. Uh, yeah, you can already hear my voice. It's not really a voice reveal. Yeah, but yeah, I guess this is the first time I speak uh publicly in English. Maybe. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Hopefully, my English can be understand. Can be understood. Yeah. And also I actually uh teach in English this semester, but yeah, uh even though I can teach in English, I never think of music in English. So even like basic counting, like 1, 2, 3, 4, I always count in Indonesian. So yeah, I apologize if maybe some Indonesian I speak some Indonesian. Yeah, hopefully it can be understood. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we can just start. By the way, this setup is very scuffed. I just treat this like a like just an online class. So yeah, this is just a normal PowerPoint, and yeah, actually this PowerPoint does not even work. I tried to use the slideshow, right? But uh, I don't know, classic OBS moment, I guess. Yeah, the OBS cannot capture the presentation, so yeah, whatever. But they can capture the whole PowerPoint. So I guess yeah, we can just use this. Oh, hi, Dio. Yeah, I guess we can start now. Yeah. Uh, okay. So today we actually want to talk about the Sleepy Neon Room, like which is the ending BGM for Aura stream. Uh, this song is actually the original version which you listen like in every single of Aura stream. Uh, it's a really good song. Uh, yeah. Actually, it's like my probably like in top three of VTuber BGM. Uh, yeah, one of them is definitely the Poco's BGM, which I just released like the orchestral version like a couple weeks ago. Yeah, and this is also my top three, I guess. Um, and this is actually funny because my original idea was not to create a music box version, but actually I really want to create what is it called, future bass. Yeah, I really want to create a future bass. Uh, but I do not know how to make it. I have basically zero experience in something like that. Yeah, uh, and there is one. Well, yeah, there is one plugin which is from the. I got the ads from Wintergatan. If you know Wintergatan. Uh, yeah, Wintergatan is like the marble machine guy. If you already if you watch the video, I think it's like has like hundreds of millions of views. Yeah, Wintergatan is like the team is composed of very amazing musician, like insanely talented musician. And they always use like very unique instruments in their songs, I guess. Yeah, and one of the most used instrument is definitely the music box. And one day they actually upload a video. Oh, this is just like Harry Potter, like ding, ding, da, ding, ding. Yeah, uh, yeah. So I just click it, and I'm just shocked at how beautiful it is, I guess. I don't even think that a music box can perform something that beautiful. So yeah, I was immediately intrigued, but at the same time, I was not really surprised because it's Wintergatan, like they can do anything basically. They even make their own instrument. So I'm not really surprised if the music box like is very beautiful. But then turns out that it was an ad. Yeah, it's what an advertisement for the plugins. Yeah, I was just so shocked. Like I thought that there is like a legit. music that they upload. Turns out it's just an ad, and oh my god, it's really crazy. Uh, yeah, it's crazy like how beautiful an ad is. I immediately bought it. Like it's just a couple dollars, like, and it's not really a big deal. And oh my god, it's just the sound is insane. Like immediately, so many ideas are coming in. And by the way, uh, the way they use the plugins is way more insane than what I do everything here. Like, oh my god, you guys really need to watch it. I guess I will. Wait, I guess I can. Oh, okay. I think I can play it. Maybe it won't get copyright strike. Like, I mean, I technically I advertise the product, so I just advertise that product. So yeah, they should thank me, I guess. Wintergatan. What is it called? Yeah, I guess let's just search and Wintergatan. Um, I will just play like a couple a couple seconds in. Yeah, I think you guys should go. Like, oh my god, that's an ad. Okay, that's an ad. That's an advertisement for a plugin. Like when I watched it, like, oh okay, this is just a casual Wintergatan video. Oh my god, yeah. So there are many ideas that came to my mind. The first is obviously the tides from Tano Pandora, and of course the second is this one. Mm. Yeah, so I immediately speed run the whole thing, and yeah, basically just I think I made it like in a week, I guess, 5 days, something like that. Yeah, I mean it's not really crazy, like compared to the other projects, but yeah, uh, yeah, the result is very good. I'm really satisfied with it. To be honest, I don't really enjoy this project that much, but the reason why I put it in this poll is because of yeah, because we put this song inside the Aura's Minecraft server. Like, so yeah, whenever I made something like the progress in the base, uh, I always play the one of my song inside the Minecraft. Yeah, yeah, using the one that Fosfo made, the mod. And yeah, turns out like this this BGM, like the music box version sounds really good inside Minecraft. Like, oh my, it's really good for Minecraft. Like I don't know why, but it's really good for Minecraft. I guess like the ambience and the whole thing. I guess I'm not really sure, but it's really good in Minecraft. So yeah, suddenly this is one of my favorite projects, which was not the case like a couple months ago. Yeah, and then there are the other, I guess the other options. The first is of course the Utopia no Kagami. Yeah, this one is like the most insane project that I've ever did. Even until now, even harder than Tides. Yeah, I was really afraid that this might win. This option might win because if this win, the stream might be like 5 or 6 hours long. Yeah, and it's already 11 p.m. here, so and tomorrow I still need to go to the work. Still go to the work. Yeah. So I'm glad that this option does not win. And then also the Tides Bossa Nova, it's not hard, but there are many components that I need to explain. So by default, it will be longer. And then also for the Dream of String, which is the song that I made for Haru. Yeah, this one is also very hard to explain because there are a lot of context. And yeah, I know who voted for Dream of String. Uh, well, of course, I think Haru also for the Dream of String. But yeah, I'm glad that the music box version, yeah, the one that we want to discuss today, won the poll because yeah, I guess this is like a test stream. I guess yeah, this is like a test stream. So if anything went wrong today, uh, yeah, it's just like quote a small project compared to like explaining the whole thing for Utopia no Kagami. Yeah, I guess the the options that I give. And yeah, let's start with I actually forgot what's next. Okay, yeah. So I will show you guys the project in FL Studio. So yeah, this is the project, and obviously there is just one pattern here. Like basically, I put everything in here. Uh, but yeah, before I guess before we talk more about like the project and like breakdown for each notes, uh, I guess it's better for us to learn a bit about music theory because yeah, I assume not everyone here is familiar with music theory. So yeah, I think it's necessary to at least talk about music theory first, like just a small, I guess, like a small review, I guess, for music theory. So yeah, I want to talk about some stuff in inside music theory that is of course related to the thing that I want to explain today. So of course, music, feelings, you guys already understand it, but what is this like? What is interpretation? This is basically for musical representation. Sorry, musical interpretation, and also music theory. Uh, yeah. So this is just a disclaimer. Okay, this is just a disclaimer. I was classically trained. Okay, so I was classically trained like back in I guess elementary school, but then I didn't really understand anything back then, and then I stopped learning about music because of like Olympiads and stuff, science Olympiad and stuff, and then yeah the love for music basically came back I guess uh, around uni. And yeah, as you guys can see, now I made music. I even made music. Actually, you can watch like a lot of my piano covers back then. It's not good, but I mean, yeah, it's decent. Yeah, yeah, but at least now I understand a lot about music theory. I mean, I'm still a very noob I'm still very noob in music theory, but yeah, hopefully it helps. And of course, my musical knowledge came from YouTube, classic learning from YouTube. Most of the things that you watch here should be available like in when you got a musical degree in uni. But of course, I'm not a musical degree. Yeah, I just watch a lot of classical musician channel, I guess, and also like music theories, and also a lot of jazz musician too. Yeah. Okay. So first, I want to talk about the misconception in music theory because uh, yeah. First of all, this is also just a personal opinion, so please don't cancel me. Uh, yeah, because I often heard like people think that music theory is not important or should we learn about music theory because it sounds like nonsense. So yeah, I want to explain first, show some of the misconception. First, I think it should be clear that music theory is not important for you to love music. Yeah, uh, some people are strongly against this, but and also some people also strongly uh, ag- agreed with this statement. But yeah, personally, for me, I agree with both. Of course, you can love music without understanding any music theory. Yeah, actually, yeah, basically music like composed of harmonies or rhythms, and yeah, these harmonies and rhythms actually exist in nature. Yeah, I guess it is exist in nature. So let's say like harmonies actually just ratios between frequency. And if the ratio like uh, your brain literally divides like the frequencies. If the ratio is like something simple, then your brain think it's harmonious. But if like it is something nasty, then your brain will think it's dissonant, I guess. Yeah. And also for rhythms and yeah, rhythms is basically built in every organism. I think even like animals, it is important for the hormones and stuff. So yeah, enjoying music is basically a very natural thing to do, a very human thing to do also. So then, why should we learn about music theory, right? So, uh, yeah, music theory is important if you want to understand more. Basically, let's say that you love a certain song. Uh, yeah, you can start to ask like, why do I love this song? Yeah, why do I love this song? Why this part of the song feels special? And basically this will create some questions that you might not know how to answer it, but basically the answer is music theory. Yeah, the answer is music theory. If you often wonder like, oh wow, that performance is really impressive, uh, yeah, the answer is in music theory basically, and this is why music theory is important. And also, this is also like a controversial take. Uh, a lot of musicians, especially these days, like they just want to enjoy music. So why bother with like the theory and stuff? I just want to have fun, right? Yes, I agree. However, uh, this is a different case if you make music. Okay, if you make music, this is a different case. So if you make music, you have to make sure that not only you are the one who enjoy the music, but also like the listeners, right? So making music for yourself is different from making music for other people. Uh, let's say that I want to sing like a sad song. So if I want to sing a sad song, let's say like inside the showers or something, well, I can just sing whatever I want to do. I can just cry inside the shower and stuff, and everything will be fine. I will love that music. I will enjoy my time, and that's it. But now, if you want to sing for other people, you cannot cry. Okay, you have to understand that you cannot cry. Why? Because if you cry, well, you cannot sing. Like your nasals got blocked. I guess like your breath also will be like irregular and stuff. Your heartbeat too. You cannot sing properly. And your task as a singer is to make other people cry, not yourself cry. Okay, so you need to make other people cry. And in order to do that, you need to be strong actually. Yeah. So if you want to sing something sad, you have to be strong. Like this is a bit contradictory, but yeah. Uh, you if you are weak, you cannot. Yeah, if you are weak, you cannot. I guess you cannot invoke this feeling to other people. I guess. Yeah. Uh, this is one example, and then this is also like more a weird example. So as you guys can see, like the motivation for this project is to express my gratitude for Aura through this song. This is a very specific feeling that I want to express. Uh, this is not just okay. I want to make a happy song. I want to make a sad song. I want to make a song that express my gratitude towards Aura. So how do I achieve that? And most importantly, how to make sure that Aura actually understands that this is what I want to deliver. Right? And again, uh, this part can be explained with music theory. Okay. This is also another misconception. This is funny actually. Jazz musicians don't need to learn music theory because they always break the rules. Yeah, but in order to break the rules, you have to know the rules. Yeah, and so do I. So, uh, yeah. This is my teacher's quotes, I guess. Yeah, he already passed away like years ago. Uh, basically, classical music is the foundation of jazz, and a lot of jazz musicians nowadays uh, discard. I guess don't learn about classical because I guess it's both boring or like not fun. Yeah, stuff like that, which is sad. But yeah, classical is very important for jazz. Yeah. So there's some misconception. So what is actually a music theory? So what is music actually? Yeah. What is music and what is music theory? There are a lot of definition. I just picked one because yeah, uh, that anything that is relevant to today's topic. For me, music is just another method of communication. Okay. So basically, this is a language. And music theory is basically a structure of the language. So basically, like if you want to learn English, you go to the English class. You learn about the grammar and stuff. Maybe if you are a bit more advanced in like the language class, you learn also about semantics, uh, the diction and stuff. Yeah. So that is basically what music theory is. And you get it. This analogy is actually quite perfect. Yeah, let's say that you want to go to a foreign country. Uh, you don't really need to learn their language, to be honest. You can just be polite and respectful towards them, and everything will be fine. Yeah, everything will be fine. But if you want to understand more about them, you will learn about the language, you will learn about the culture, the history, and stuff. And yeah, that's a two different things. Okay, that's two different things. Same thing with here. So if you just want to make music or you just want to understand music, uh, or you just want to sing or something, you can just sing it. But if you want to understand more, if you want to give more respect towards it, yeah, you need music theory. And music theory is actually very huge. Of course, like it's just like a whole branch of subject. So I just want to mention like four different concepts in music theory, which is the base. This is very common concept. I think at least you might already hear it like in some places. So like the bass key, the chord, and also the chord progression. Uh, and this is very related to the chord progression thing. Basically, the horizontal composition. This is how a way to compose music and also musical interpretation. Yeah. So okay, let's talk about the bass key, which is this part might be controversial because yeah, a lot of people actually disagree with me. I always say that each different key, each different bass key will have its own feelings, but they don't really agree, I guess. Uh, and this result in many musicians just transpose the song. Okay, so let's say that I'm a singer, and then I want to sing the song, but I cannot reach the high notes, so I just lower everything down. Uh, I personally disagree with that. I do not like that at all. Uh, and there are several reasons. So yeah, so basically, most of music, the like the feelings, are just basically a bunch of tension and release. So some part may be like a tension, and then some part may be a release. So tension is basically away from home, and then release is going back to home, and the home is usually the bass key. And this is basic. This is just like I guess like the basic stuff. But of course, you can break the rule. Some song might have like ambiguous bass key. It might have multiple keys. It might not have it might not even have a key. So yeah, but most of music will have a bass key. So okay, let's say like this is the Sleeping on stuff, right? So this sorry, I forgot to turn on the FL Studio. Okay, yeah. So this song is originally in C major, but I changed it to I guess B major. Yeah. So this is the song that you listen in the intro. Okay, maybe it invokes some certain feelings. So let's move everything up actually to C major, the original key. Okay, this is the original key. Like it's completely different, right? Am I crazy? Like this is completely different, right? This is completely different sounding song. And actually, let's move one more time to so this is D flat. D flat is actually my most favorite key. So okay, let's say the D flat. Like listen how bright it is. Like it sounds very bright. But there's one problem. I want this song to be like in like a darker or night like night situation, right? But this sounds very bright. So even though I really love this bass key, this straight up does not work for what I want to achieve. So yeah, let's just move like to something crazy. I guess let's say okay, maybe this I'm not even sure what key is this. Oh, F. Okay, F major. Like this is completely different, right? Uh, like this is D major. Oh my god, this sounds very happy. This sounds very happy. Like I do not change anything other than the bass key. This sounds very happy, right? And also one more thing. Uh, so like for the higher frequencies, if you play like a bunch of note together, it sounds kind of okay. But if you play like a bunch of note together at the lower frequency, it will sounds very messy, I guess. So you cannot just transpose everything down because like the song will sound very messy. Okay, let's say. See, like how the lower notes basically like collide with each other. So it's not that the bass key is wrong. It's more like if I decided that this is the bass key, then I will compose it differently. Okay. Yeah. So that's basically the case. Yeah. Let's back to the boring PowerPoint, I guess. Yeah, so hopefully this shows what I meant by different key invokes different feelings. What I meant is not like, okay, if I want this feeling, then I need to use this key. There is no something like that. So as long as you have the context, then everything is fine. Yeah. So another thing that I guess proves my point that different key invokes different feelings is when the song has like some key changes. Okay, it's when the song has key changes. Usually, like, oh, the key change. It sounds more exciting or something. So if you know the difference between like the during the key changes, then that means the feeling must be different. Like the feelings must be different, because if it's the same feeling, you won't be able to know the difference. So yeah, I hope this show my my argument, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, please do not just transpose any music without any reason. The problem is not the key, the problem is not the transpose, the problem is because you do it without any reason. Yeah, I guess that's the proper way to phrase it. Yeah, and then also a lot of people always ask. I know that it is different. I do not know what's different, or I do not know what is these feelings. So my personal recommendation is basically just listen to it. uh, Music is subjective anyway. So what you feel will be different than what I feel. So yeah, there is no right or wrong in music, but it is important that you put your thought inside your music. So yeah, basically like, oh no, I cannot reach this high note, so let's just lower everything. Yeah, you can see that basically you just don't care about the music, right? If you don't care about the music, you will produce like whatever music. But if you are being thoughtful of the music, then you will produce a meaningful music that other people can understand too. So yeah, my takeaways is always question and challenge everything that you decide. Uh, why do you decide, like, why do I choose this bass key? Uh, and yeah, and everything basically. And that's about the bass key. Yeah. And then this is the next is the chord and chord progression. Actually, I for this part, I want to live compose in this stream. So because I compose everything in B major, I want to like live compose in this stream in C major, which is the original key, right? So I want to show like the process on how different it will sound just because I change the key. Yeah, and probably one thing that will be changed is the chord and the chord progression. So, what is chord and what is chord progression? A chord is basically just a bunch of notes at once. Yeah, technically anything can be a note. Of course, it's better if you have musical context for the chord. And the chord progression is basically just a series of chords. So, chords after a chords and after chords, and usually it will invoke a certain feeling, or if you it will move you to a certain direction. So yeah, basically the tension and release thing. So what do you want to do for this part? Do you want to build up more tension, or do you want to release it? Now, yeah, this is everything is your choice basically, right? And again, there are many types of chords and chord progression. It has their own purpose, the context and the feelings. Actually, there is one funny story that I watched this one YouTube shorts yesterday. Uh, Basically, there is one YouTuber, I guess, that want to create music from scratch using FL Studio too, and they do not really know about music and music composition and music theory too. So the first thing that he did is actually buy. Okay, he bought he he bought a what is it? He bought a chord progression pack or something. So if you want a certain chord progression, you can just drag and drop like that. That is the most absurd thing that I've ever seen in my life, to be honest. Like that is so absurd. I don't like. Uh, that should be free. My problem is not about the YouTuber. My problem is for the one who sell the chord progression. I guess I know it's convenient, right? But oh my god, that's so weird. Like oh my that triggered me so much yesterday. But yeah, please do not purchase stuff like that. Like, basically every song has chord progression. Like every song that you listen probably has a chord progression. You know how that song sounds like. So if you want to make a song that's similar to that, you can use the same chord progression. So let's say like the famous chord progression. I guess I can show this like in FL. Um, yeah, actually I already opened the piano one here. This is just my I guess my what is it called again? Like just whatever I put it here. So the one of the most famous or most used chord progression in anime is basically the Royal Road chord progression, uh, which sound like this. Which is it? Okay, okay. So this is F. So I guess the four chord, and then this is the G, so the five chord. So this is the E, and then A, and then the A, the sixth minor, I guess. Yeah, this is the chord progression. Okay, so 4, 5, 3, 6. Okay, and it sounds like this. And yeah, just from playing that, you could already imagine like so many other anime songs, I guess. And also, of course, the famous "Never Gonna Give You Up" also use this chord progression for some reason. Yeah, yeah. So technically, I just recall you guys. Yeah. Yeah. This is basically just a chord progression, and a certain chord progression will invoke a certain feeling. This is probably like a more complex one. I guess like the most basic one is just like 2-5-1, which is like one of the most chord progression. So let's say that 2-5-1 is like and then five. Yeah. Let's just say like what do you expect after these two chords, right? It sounds like it will be over soon, right? Yeah, it feels like the next should be something like, yeah, this is a chord progression. So basically, why do you want? Why it felt like you want to go to the bass key, basically the bass chord. So yeah, basically, because this is the tension, right? As you're building tension here. So this is tension. You're building tension, and then yeah, basically release everything, and go back to the home. Yeah, so that's basically a chord progression. There are many chord progression. Please do not like bought chord progression pack or something. That's really useless to buy. But yeah, just listen to songs that you like, I guess, and you will learn about chord progression. Yeah. So actually, yeah. So tips on writing chord progression. So let's say that why do I choose a certain chord progression? Again, do not just memorize some progression. Uh, Basically, you just need to think, right? What direction do you want this music to go? And how do you find the direction? And well, you are the composer, so basically anything will work. Uh, just do whatever you want to do. So, yeah, this is important. Anything is fine as long as there is a justification. Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. So, as long as you can justify the sound, then everything will be fine. So, actually, I want to show something in FL again. Okay, this is FL. Uh, yeah, there are some parts which basically sounds the same, but I use the different chord progression, so to make it sound different, right? So, okay, let's say. Okay, this is the intro, right? This is the start of the song. that's the intro, and this is the outro, and the notes is actually the same, but the chords are completely different. And etc. So yeah, so this is the same note but with different chord progression, right? So as you guys can see, it leads to different uh different contexts. Obviously for the outro, I want it to die down. So everything like goes down. It goes like heavier and heavier. So yeah, it will lead towards the outro. Yeah, and then there are a lot of stuff too, like inside this part. Like, let me find it actually. Okay, this part. So this part, like, oops, this part. Okay, so as you guys can see, look at the chords. Look at the chords here. So everything like moves down. Yeah, you can see the motion, right? You can see the motion, like everything goes down and then down and again down again and then down again. So everything goes in that direction. Yeah, that's one chord progression, and then that part actually appears again later in the song. Let me find it. Okay, this part should be. Yeah, this is different, right? So the one before, everything moves down, but this one, the bass like moves down, but everything else moves up. So it will sound like it sounds like it's opening to something, right? So it opens the. I guess it opens the sound. I guess I do not know how to explain this actually. Yeah. So let's listen again actually. Yeah. So that's the power of chord progression. Basically, it can lead you to different places. Uh, the one that you want to choose, basically, it can be anything as long as you can justify it. Yeah, and that's about chord progression. Let's back to the boring slide again. Yeah, this slide really make this stream like an online class, but whatever. Okay, so if you want to learn more about chord progression, I always suggest you to analyze or your own favorite music. So let's say, okay, I love this song, or I love like let's say I guess Tides or something. Yeah. So again, think of why it sounds good, right? Uh, and if you do not know where to start, I always suggest to look at other people's perspective and be open minded with it. Yeah, and one easy way to do that is basically just to watch some music theory YouTubers on YouTube. Actually, I already mentioned this like in Haru several times. So let's say like this YouTuber Charles Corner is one of the uh, I guess the music theory YouTubers that I always watch. And yeah, he is a jazz musician. He is a jazz musician, but I guess he analyzed a lot of different music of mainly jazz basically, but oftentimes he also explained about anime basically, and let's say like this simple video. This One Piece opening theme is a masterpiece. Okay, this video refers to the VR like yeah that song. Okay, uh, everyone know it's a legendary song. My question is simple: why it is legendary? Yeah, why it sounds iconic? Why it sounds legendary? You have to question that, right? Uh, so if you question that, you start to think about the chord progression again. But let's say that you start and then you found this video, right? Yeah. Uh, I actually, when I watched this video, uh, it really surprised me because things that I thought was simple. I thought was, oh, okay, this is just a chord progression, and then basically like Charles Correll like said a bunch of nerdy music theory stuff like, oh, this is a backdoor 2/5 or something. What is he talking about? Like this just a normal chord progression. Yeah, and then like he said like how amazing, how brilliantly is it written, like with a lot of the music theories. Like what, really? But the more I listen to it, I actually watched this video like probably more than 10 times. It makes sense. Like the one that he really surprised. Now, whenever I listen to the song, I also think that that part is more amazing than I thought. So it's like underrated, I guess. Yeah. So I really recommend to watch like Charles Cornell. Uh, and then also this is one of my favorite video too. I learned about metric modulation from this video. So the channel is 8-bit music theory. There are like tons of cool music theory stuff. But most of the songs that's discussed here is from like the OG music. Sorry, OG like the game stuff, right? Like the 8-bit game stuff. And yeah. This is also a very good place to learn, I guess. Okay, so let's take a break from this boring presentation. And actually, I want to compose something. Uh, Basically, like just a very quick mention. Yeah, quick mention. Quick. Okay, so I want to compose something, the Sleepy Neon Room, but in C major, okay? But C major and using piano, okay? Using piano. To be honest, if there are like real piano here, I will use like the piano. But of course, I do not have a real piano here. So okay, so let's compose something in C major. So how is the song goes again? Okay. So this should be the song, right? Let's write the song. Ta-na-na. Okay. Okay, this is a song, right? Ta-na. So should be something like this. That's it. Okay, this is just an example. So we want to compose this part only. Okay, just basically like 2 bars of the music, right? Okay, so usually before I think about like the chord progression, of course I do not really have a clue on how the feeling should be. I mean, I should have a clue if I want to compose it properly. But yeah, here is just like a very scuffed version. So let's just compose whatever. Okay. Usually the first thing that I want to make is the bass. So let's say the bass is okay. This is this on like an F, right? It's the fourth chord, like okay. Yeah, this already sounds like a real music. Like, actually, let's move everything up so it's not really too close. Okay, so in the original song, it should go something like this. Yeah, this should be the bass. This should be the bass, something like that. Okay, so this is one way to I guess to compose it. You can make it like other progression, I guess. So let's say that we want to make it something like this. So we bring it to the minor. It sounds different, right? So again, basically this is up to you. This is up to you. Okay, this is up to you. You can choose anything. So, because there is not really a justification here. So let's just choose anything randomly. And yeah, okay, let's pick this one. Okay, so what's the chord here? So okay, probably this is an F, right? And then this should be like I guess like an E minor. and this one should be like A minor. Okay, I mean it sounds nice, it looks fine, but how do we improve this, right? So one way to improve this is basically to use what we call an upper extension. Okay, this is an upper extension. So let's say that okay, actually let's move the bass down so it's not really too crowded in the middle. Okay, so yeah, so let's say that we want to add uh, more notes in Discord, what can we do? Okay, so yeah, I guess this requires you to know more about like what chords should be used. But yeah, let's just play around. Okay, let's say that we want to add one note to this chord. Well, this note is basically the same as this. So let's say that we want to add this. You may think that this sounds weird. It is weird, but again, this is not a wrong chord because there is no context. So if this note has a justification, then everything will be fine. But now there are no justification, right? It's like just disappear. Like let's say that this note just disappeared. Okay, so okay, let's just change around with this part. So maybe already sounds a lot different, right? So what is this chord like? Why is it different compared to like this? Yeah, this is basically just regular E minor. But when you change it to here, well, there are two ways to look at this. This is basically G major. Yeah, this is basically just a regular G major. G major is basically like the five chord in the C major. So, but the bass is on E. So yeah, that's one way to think about this. Another way is basically to think it like this is an E minor, but yeah, I guess it's used like what is it? Uh, the seventh chord, I guess. I'm not sure. This yeah, maybe the seventh chord. I'm not sure. I don't really understand much about like the notation and stuff. But yeah, yeah, uh, yeah. That's one way to think about it, right? Okay, it sounds better, right? But this chord again sounds, I guess, too neutral. If this is my personal opinion, but this sounds too neutral because this is a fancy chord. Like what the fuck is this? And then the next, okay, it sounds good, and then it just flops, right? So okay, let's change around with this. What can we do with this? Okay, let's say this. Let's say that we change this to B. Or what will happen? Let's just play it. It sounds different. It might not be the one that I'm looking for, but okay, let's just change around again. Okay, let's say that we want to add like a very random note here. Okay, this is like okay, what is this? It sounds like it does not belong to here. Let's just play it. It sounds weird again. Well, because there are no contexts. But yeah, I mean, if you decided, okay, this is the sound, well, that's it. Okay, but okay, let's say that this is not what I want looking for, or maybe like actually this part I don't really like about it. So okay, let's change around a bit. Yeah, like this is crazy. Uh, Before when we add this note, it sounds weird, but now when we remove this, it sounds flat. It sounds so dead, right? Yeah, and that's how I guess like the upper extension works. And usually, uh, the way I think about like upper extension is usually through. Actually, this is the next topic. This is the next topic. The horizontal composition stuff. Mm. Okay. Yeah. So this is the horizontal composition stuff. So what is a horizontal composition? This actually changed the game completely for me. Because back in my days, like, oh my god, I sound like a boomer. When I was classically trained, like in piano, I always think like, I guess bars per bars and then chords per chords. Make sure that whatever I play is correct. So that's called like vertical. I get vertical composition. So you think like each bar by bar, not a chord by chord. But in horizontal composition, basically you think about the chord progression. You think about the motion mode, uh, instead of what chord goes here. So what do you want to uh, yeah, it's more important uh, for the relation between notes, the adjacent notes, instead of like the notes inside the chord, right? So you don't really care about what chord it is, as long as there's a motion, which you can see actually in the example before, uh, this part when I mentioned like, okay, this is there is a motion here. So let's say the I guess bar 24, right? I mean, I can spend like hours to explain what chord is this, but that's not really what I want while making this, basically. So, what do I think about this? Basically, there are two ways to think about it. Yeah, this part. So, okay, so this upper part is also called a counter melody. Yeah, actually, this part is called counter melody. So, this is the real melody. The real melody is here. The real melody is dang, 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 dang. Yeah, and then this is the counter melody. Yeah, and usually I decided this one first. So what is the counter melody, and then what's the bass, and then basically what should I put in the middle, and that's how I write my music. Yeah, and I think like in the description of this video, I mentioned that this composition actually like confused me so much. Like it really hurts my brain when I wrote this. Why? Because there are so many different things going on at once. So it might sound like, okay, this is just a music box, like, but yeah, there are parts like this is the bass, this is the melody, and then this is the chord, and then this is the counter melody, and everything is jam packed into one music box. Okay, and if you think that this is crazy, listen back to the Wintergatan one, and you immediately realize like the one that Wintergatan makes is like in a completely different level. Okay, yeah, so that's basically it. Yeah, and then let's go back to our dummy piano, I guess. Yeah. Okay, I don't like this because this is too flat. Let's just say, okay, okay. So let's say, okay, this sound good actually. I don't know what is this, but so let's say that the counter melody should be like something like this. Na, na, ni. So te, na, ni. This is the counter melody, okay? Okay, so this is the counter melody, and then this is also the melody. So this is the bass. So this the rest is the chord basically. And again, this sounds fine, I guess. But again, this is too flat. Like I guess, let's say I guess I can change it to. Okay, this I don't really like this. So let's just say this. Oh, okay. This sounds like something, right? Oh, I do not know what it is, but it sounds exciting. It sounds different. So my question is, why it sounds different? Okay, that's basically the whole process. So it's not like I know everything. I just guess, I just check, and if it sounds interesting, then I will think about it, and if I decided that this is the direction that I want to put, so I leave it. Yeah, that's basically how I make music, and probably it's the easiest way to, because like, yeah, this is like, if you're a baby, like you learn how to crawl first, right? So yeah, let's listen again. Already sounds completely different to the first one, right? Actually, let's remake the first one to prove my points. How dead is the first one sounds, right? Okay, so this is the first one. It's basically just F chord, right? And then this is just E minor, and then this is just an A minor. Okay, let's compare between these two. Like, am I crazy to say that this one sounds so dead? Yeah, this one sounds so dead. Oh my god, like it's crazy how dead this sounds compared to. Okay, let's listen it again. Actually, okay, and then let's go back to here. Wow, like what is this, right? What is this? It makes you question, and that's good. If something makes you question, that's good because it interests, it attracts attention, right? And it is important. So, and again, uh, this part might sound rancid or sound weird, but again, my point is, it's not about how bad it sounds, but what is its purpose, right? So the purpose here is to create like attention. So it sounds bad because it creates tension, and you don't like tension. So you want to release it. Yeah, you want to release the tension. So let's make the when the release came, it's actually like sounds very satisfying. Yeah, and this one sounds like, oh, I'm so done. Yeah, uh, yeah, and that's basically like a simple way to compose, I guess. And in case you forgot, actually, let's play the original song. So this is the original song by Nikozo, the one that Aura always plays at the end of the stream. And compare it to this one, it's completely different, right? It's completely different. It's two different feelings. Like that one might sounds like I'm in a cozy room, which is basically the song about, right. The song is about sleepy neon room. Literally, it's about sleepy inside a room. It sounds cozy. It sounds chill. But this one does not sound cozy at all. Okay, and let's say that is this the best key? I guess let's change around. Let's change it back to B major. Okay, this one is the one that I composed in the music box version. This is the B major. So let's see. Does not sound good at all, personally. For in my opinion, it does not sound good. Okay, I mean, I there are some stuff that I might change, even like using the same chord, or same chord progression. I can change like how the chords are voiced, but that is the next topic actually. So let me put it back again to C major. Yeah. So this is basically about the horizontal composition thing. Okay. If I want to recap, so this is basically the melody, and this is the counter melody, and then this is the bass, and then yeah, this is basically the chord. So the way we compose is like from the left to the right instead of like from the up to the bottom, I guess. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Let's back to the PowerPoint. Yeah, this is about the vertical versus horizontal composition. And yeah, I think horizontal composition is really popularized by Jacob Collier, of course. So yeah, as Jacob Collier mentioned, there is no wrong notes. Okay, there is no wrong notes. It's just lacking context. If it sounds wrong, it's if it sounds like bad or rancid or like nasty, then yeah, well, you can just justify. You can just try to justify it. Yeah, basically, if it sounds nasty, probably it has a lot of tension, so you want to release it later. And even if you keep adding like more and more dissonant stuff, basically it will create even more tension. Uh, and when the basically the release comes, it will be like more satisfying. Yeah, so it will give more reward later. Yeah, that's basically about the horizontal composition thing. Okay, now the next part is the hard part actually. Yeah, and we are already 1 hour in the stream, and yeah, this part, the interpretation thing, is actually the hardest one. Uh, yeah, until now, the basically everyone can make it. Okay, but okay, Haru has a question. I have a dumb question. Is it possible to just mess around and make something not knowing about theory? Yes, you can. But again, if you make something dumb and then you question why it sounds dumb, or maybe why it sounds silly, or maybe it sounds like an XDD or something, then again the answer is in music theory. So music theory answer your question. It's not about making or not making. It's not about like writing better music or not. It's about understanding. Yeah. Uh, there is actually one really silly BGM. I'm not sure if I can play this, but if you watch like Poco Raccoon, if you watch Poco's stream, uh, her current BGM, not the previous BGM, her current BGM sounds so rancid in a good way. Okay, sounds very XDD. Like that is the most scratch music I've ever listened in my life. Like uh, so you know how like the Poco's BGM sounds like. Oh, okay, this sounds very chill, and then I compose it like in a orchestral way, blah blah blah, and then basically the BGM, the current BGM, uh, they compose it like I guess in like what is it called again? Like like not Euro truck. What is it called again? Like the drifting stuff, like the gas, and running in the 90s or something. Yeah, I forgot what's the genre. Uh, yeah, basically they compose it in that genre, and then everything like the bass and then the chord, everything is in D major, but the song is in G major, and it just collides. Everything is every note collides with every single chord, and it sounds so amazing. Eurobeat, yeah, Eurobeat. Thank you, Haru. Yeah, Eurobeat. Yeah, it sounds so good. Like I do not even understand how to start composing something like that. It sounds so good. Like it's insanely good. That's like very XDD. And again, if I want to ask why it sounds silly, but why it works. Why when I make something silly it does not work, but when they make something silly it works. The answer is in music theory. Again, the answer is always in music theory and probably in yourself too. Maybe the problem is just your confidence, because when it sounds rancid, you immediately, oh no, this sounds rancid, so let's back down. That might be the problem too. But again, uh, as I mentioned before, it's better to be open-minded. So when when you hear something that sounds so rancid, don't just reject it. Try to justify it. Okay, try to justify it, and that's actually a good practice though. The more projects you make, it will make your understanding a lot better too. And even if you say that I don't want to learn about music theory, if you just keep doing that, you will learn about music theory, and that's actually a better way to learn. Yeah. Uh, this is a bit off track. So as you guys know, I'm a teacher. Uh, one fun fact about me is that I really hate syllabus. Like I really hate like school curriculums. I really hate curriculums. Why? Because curriculums limits what I want to learn. Like I really don't like when my students said like when I teach something to my student and then they said, but this one does not appear in the exam. So what? Like that's just insane, right? Uh, I really hate that. I really hate that. When I want to learn something, it's because I want to know about something. I don't care about the exam. I don't care about the scores. I'm just passionate about it. And I think that's the most important thing. So when I want to learn about something, yeah, I just okay, this interests me, so I question this, and probably it will uh, give me a lot of new knowledge, which I can apply then in the next project. And that's learning. Okay, that's basically what learning is. That should be what studying is. Whatever school gives is not studying. I really hate that. Again, that is off topic to well, kinda in the topic that we discussed today. But yeah, I really hate that. So yeah, don't just like go to a course or like online course or something to learn about music theory and then memorize stuff, and then it will be boring. You will don't care about it. So let's just jump into a project. The project might not about making music again. The project might just simply be understanding the music. That's a project actually. Funny enough, in if you are like in a music degree in uni, uh, that might be your thesis actually. Yeah, you pick that might be your research or something. You pick something like from a classical music, and then you try to understand it, interpret it in a interpretation. We will talk about this next. You will think about it differently. You understand about the history and stuff. So yeah, uh, that's a practice. That's learning about music theory, and it's something that you relate because it's something that you love. So if you watch like if you read my blogs, my very dead blog posts, I made one for Utano Pandora. Yeah, I think I break down like some of her covers and of course the original song, at how good she sang, right? Yeah, that's basically like a way to learn. So I okay, she's my kamioshi. I want to learn her singing. So I want to listen to her singing. That's something that I enjoy. So I just listen to it. And if I found something that, oh my God, this is sounds so good. My next question will be why it sounds good. Yeah. If you are afraid with like your I guess your favorite music, this is a very silly recommendation. This is a very silly tip for me. Just try to break down and analyze your country's national anthem. Yeah, that's actually one of my favorite hobby. Believe or not, I really love talking about national anthems. Uh, Yeah, if you know me in real life, I really love talking about national anthems. Yeah, I mean, let's say that music theory is not important, okay? But uh, think about your national anthem and what it represents, right? So let's say that you are a composer, and then like maybe like the president or something asks you, please compose a music that can unite the whole country. Like, what the hell should I start, right? What do you mean by making a music that unite the whole country? But it that's basically a national anthem is, right? Well, at least for Indonesian national anthem. Uh, or maybe like in the Nordic countries like Sweden and stuff, the national anthems is more like about the nature and the uh, yeah the I guess the environments of the countries, and then maybe for others it might be for the wars or something. And yeah, that's a very interesting discussion to have. And also the reason why it is easy to understand that because you already live in that country, you already know the history, you already know the culture, you already know the people, you already know the song. So let's just ask why this song works for my country, or maybe why it's not working for my country, and what can I change from it so it sounds better. Which is a very hard thing to do. Like national anthem is like the hardest thing to compose probably in this world. I do not even know where to start to compose something in that scale, right? Yeah, but it's a very good practice because you already know about your national anthem probably, so it's very easy to analyze actually. Uh, Music was actually one of my choices when going for uni. I always wanted to learn at least a little bit about music production, but never dig into it. Okay, if it's about music production, okay, yeah, some of you may already know, but even in this project, I do not know anything about music production. I do not know. I don't even know about EQ. I do not know about EQ. Yeah, I know absolutely nothing about music production, and that's why actually like the piano version for like the waiting for aura, like the medley for the aura's intro. It sounds good like composition wise, but it sounds bad like production wise. Now I have the explanation why, but that's basically like after a year of making digital music, and also like if you check like my YouTube videos, I already composed basically like from 10 years ago. Yeah, in piano, of course. But yeah, basically, I have no experience in digital music production and stuff. So yeah, I I do not know anything about that. I don't even know what reverb. I mean, I know what reverb does, but I do not know why you should use reverb because, like for instance, like reverb usually just implies oh there are lots of echo or stuff, but uh, yeah, turns out that's not the case. Well, that's not just the case. I mean, it adds echo, but uh, yeah, it's more about like how the sound travels through the building basically. And even if you are a classical musician, when you're performing, you still have to consider the shape of the building and how your sound travels to the ears of the listeners. So if that's important to classical musician, then of course reverb is also important in this digital context. Right? This this argument might sounds dumb to you guys because like of course it's important, but believe me or not, I just realized that like January, I guess, this January, like yeah. So even when I'm making this project, I know absolutely nothing about it. So yeah, don't care about like just go. I guess my tips is just go. You don't be afraid about like, oh, I need to take this course, I need to learn about music production. Just go. Yeah, that's probably the best tip. Yeah. Okay. So that's probably my answer. And let's go back to I felt sorry. Let's back to the slide. Okay, let's back to the slide. Yeah. Uh this one will be hard to talk. This one will be hard to talk about. This is musical interpretation. Disclaimer, I know absolutely nothing about musical interpretation. I just try to mimic what other YouTubers do. Well, not necessarily YouTubers, but more like professional classical musicians YouTubers. So I guess the most popular one will be like two set violins. I also love like watching Ray Chan, and then also Hilary Han. That's like from the violin side. Probably like for the piano side, I really love watching like Hayato Sumino. Animens is probably like one of the famous like anime slash classical uh, piano performance. Yeah, so I just try to mimic what they did. So that's basically how I learned. Yeah. So let's just talk about what musical interpretation is. So this is one question that people often ask. So classical musician always plays like the same song over and over again, and many people basically same play the same song. Uh, why don't we get bored on listening that? So let's say that okay, I want to listen to this song played by this person and then that person. Uh, that's basically the same, right? The answer is no. Of course, the answer is no. Um, yeah, each person has their own interpretation, and this is also important. Technique is very important. Basically, technique is what allows you to execute the interpretation. Yeah, again, if you want to interpret a song that way, uh, the listeners have to be able to listen that. And how do you achieve that is basically you through technique, like by technique like if you are singing, so it's like singing technique, or if you are a pianist, also like yeah, piano technique, yeah, stuff like that. So interpretation is more about how to play and not about the composition itself. So we already composed like the dummy piano stuff in the FL before. That's the composition. Okay, let's say that the composition is done. Okay, we won't change anything about the composition, but that's not the end of the project. At least for me, I know for many, I guess many musicians. Okay, the composition is over, so, sounds good. Maybe change a bit of stuff, blah 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 blah. But uh, in my case, because I'm classically trained, and I don't have like a real piano here, uh, I want to channel my, I guess, my classical knowledge through digital music. And turns out not many people do this for like digital production. And the reason is because If you know about music theory this deep, you probably can play piano really well, or any instrument really well, or collab with many people that know how to play their instruments, so they can just record it. Okay, they can just record it, but I cannot do that. So yeah, the second option is basically mimic everything that should be played in a real piano, but in digital context. Right? That's what I did, and that's actually that took like probably uh, a big portion of the time that I spent to make the projects was spent for the interpretation. Yeah, it's all spent for the interpretation. It's crazy how much like I listen it back, and then basically just change one note and how to play a certain note. So, and that's why whenever I tweet about like my project, I always say that I took care for every single notes. Yeah, I really mean it. It's literally. It's not like hyperbolic stuff. Hyperbolic. What is it called? Yeah, it's not. I'm not. I'm not like boasting over it. It's not a bullshit or something. I actually really mean it. I really think about how each note should be played. Why? Because that's exactly what classical musician did. Uh, in every single classical performance, they have to think about every single notes on how it should be played, yeah, and how it should be executed through their hands or something. Which, by the way, include like if you listen to aura singings, yeah, if you listen to aura singing, I am 100% sure she already thinks like how should I phrase this word, how should I say this word, how loud it is, how like she already think about that, and basically that's her practice. And then whenever she want to perform, she just okay, this is what I had in my mind, so let's just perform this. And I'm pretty sure that's the case. If that's not the case, then it's even crazier. That means like Aura is a prodigy. Uh, yeah. So there's only two ways: either she really knows really deep about music theory, or she is a prodigy. That's the only two case for her, to be honest. Okay. So there are five level of interpretation. And again, this is not something that really agreed upon. Like this is not like textbook of stuff. I've just gathered stuff from the internet. This might be wrong, to be honest, but yeah, this is what I had in my mind about five levels of interpretation. So there are five levels, not four. Yeah, not four. No, this is not Rambit. Yeah, the first level is basically the basic feeling, like oh, okay, I want to play this. Yeah, it sounds sad. This is sound happy or stuff. And then for the complex, like the specific feeling, so this is the level two. So, okay, I want to make it sad. So, what kind of sad do you want to do you want the music sounds? The sad can be like, I guess, like the depression. It can be like peace, like uh, peaceful but sad. But it can be also maybe peaceful, can be happy too. Well, it depends on what you want to interpret the music, right? So it even sometimes it is based on like animals on environment. So let's say that okay, I want to make a song that sounds like a frog that jumps around. So what do you mean by that? Like that's basically like the level two interpretation. And then the level three is basically you need to understand the composer's historical context. This is actually what you learn in if you got like musical degree in uni. So if you think that when you go to like a musical degree in uni and then you just play practice and stuff, no, that's not the case actually. Yeah, there will be tons of class like this. Like okay, this is a historical class. Basically, we will learn about the different eras of music and how this composer live and what's the context. So let's say that okay, this piece was composed when I guess like when the war is over. So blah 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 blah. Yeah. This is basically level three. And then in level four, you want to add your own interpretation without violating the above levels. So it's not like you override the composer's intention because that will be disrespectful to the composer. But yeah, on top of the composer's interpretation, you want to add your own interpretation. And usually this is like the competition. I guess if you watch like some competitions like level stuff in or like professional musician, classical musician, this is basically what they did most of the time. And then for the level five, this is for the legendaries. Okay, they can even change like situationally. based on each performance. Like maybe the orchestra reacts differently, maybe the audience reacts differently. And in level 5, it requires like tons of experience of performing and experience. And yeah, this is basically just for the legends, like the with like high, uh, I guess high numbers of performance. Yeah. So this is my understanding of 5 levels of interpretation. Well, I don't think I will be able to learn music then because I suck at history. Yeah, this is crazy because this is not just about understanding the history, but you should be able to hear the history through the music, which is like how do you even achieve that? And that's why this is hard. This is why musical interpretation is like insanely hard. This is like what most musical students struggles with. Yeah. So this is just an example. Okay. So I will just mention like the level 1 through and 3 because level 4 and 5 is just for performances. Uh, yeah. So for Sleepy Neon Room, level 1 is basically, oh, okay, I want to make something that sounds happy. Okay. So in level 2, this is actually quoted from the description of the video. So okay, what kind of happy? So if you well, the reason will be explained in level 3. But yeah, I want to feel like everything is over, not in like in the depressing way. So it's like, I'm glad it's over. Uh, that sentence has like many different feelings. Like, I'm glad it's over. Like, is it really happy? Of course, it's happy. I'm glad like the problems are over, but I'm so tired like from the problems. Like it's oh my god. Like let's say that you're just got back from work, I guess. So when you reach home and then you sit on your couch or on your bed, it's like at least like the work is over. I'm in the bed, right? Okay, there is a way to phrase it like, but uh, I want it to be like a bit happier than that because it sounds depressing. Because like if you imagine like it's for work, it feels like tomorrow I still need to do the same problem again. But I want the problem to be actually over for me because that's the case again. Will be explained in level 3. I want the problem to be over, so it will sound happier than just like uh crashing out after going back from work. Like it's something like that. I guess one example would be like interpreting bossa nova beyond just the groovy sounds and for its lyrics and protest hidden the instrumental. Yes, and that's actually a very good argument. Um, the funny thing is for like the well composed music, you can understand the meaning of the lyrics of or the songs without looking at the lyrics. Yeah. And that's what makes it special, I guess. One of my favorite music, or one of my favorite, like I guess, VTuber songs is, of course, it's from Suisei, from Hoshimashi Suisei. It's not the stellar thing, by the way. My favorite Suisei song is actually Kakero. Uh, and the reason why, when I listen to it, it sounds so depressing. Like it sounds like she wants. Can I say this in YouTube? It sounds like she want to commit beep redacted, but she fought back. That's what I feel. Uh, she keeps running from the depression, and she keeps running from the problem, basically to try her best. And that's what I hear from the harmonies, from the basically the chord progression and stuff. And that's before I read the lyrics. And I don't even know Chakero means run. I can hear the run from the music. That's how that's why it's good. Like that's level 2 interpretation. You can hear it sounds like someone is running. How do you explain that? But that's basically the case. And well, yeah, and many other example. Yeah, there's another example. Yeah, and then that's level 2. And for level 3, well, you cannot really apply this to like I guess to uh modern songs because if you need to understand like the context, the history and stuff. Well, understanding others people like living people's history might be like kind of creepy or stalking. Yeah, but for this song, of course, I know my history. So of course, by default, I already have this level 3. But again, uh, what I need to do is I want to deliver this message for my kamioshi, for Aura. So I want to understand how my past, not Aura's past, okay, my past, so my problems basically, and then how Aura saved me. So okay, I know. Okay, now I know basically this is a problem. How Aura saved me. So how should I deliver this message uh, through the composition? And that's insanely hard to do because you're basically like compressing. So let's say like 5 years of my depression into a couple minutes of song. And that's actually another reason why Kagami no Panda from Utano Pandora sounds like insanely hard to sing. It's probably one of the hardest song to sing. Why? It's oh my god, that's that song. By the way, I tried to make a cover for Kagami no Panda. I cannot do that. Whenever I try to sing Kagami no Panda, it sounds weird. It just doesn't sound right. Why? Because I I I cannot understand. Well, I guess I cannot understand her history. That's probably like the easiest way to phrase it. So it's really hard. And yeah, Kagami no Banda is probably one of the hardest song to cover in the VTuber realm. Yeah, that's just another example again. So yeah, that's basically musical interpretation. And now you can see why people might spend like 4 years understanding this stuff and still do not understand about it. Yeah, this is basically interpretation. So okay, we already talked about the interpretation. Like this is like the whole concept of interpretation. So how do we deliver the interpretation? There are four ways. This is like the four most common ways. Okay, you can play around with the tempo, the dynamics, the texture, and the phrasing. Okay, again, this is outside the composition. This is about how you play. It is about how you play the instruments. So okay, tempo is about how fast or slow the beat is. Okay, well, certainly you can just adjust the tempo in the in FL, but also one of the most annoying things to I guess to write in digitally is called rubato. Rubato is when you have like a flexible tempo. So sometimes it's like oh okay, it's like swaying around a bit, maybe like it's slower a bit and then back again with the normal tempo. Yeah, that's basically rubato. And yeah, the reason why this is hard because yeah, everything was not on time. Yeah, everything was not on beat. So you have to change like manually for each, uh, and the tempo might mess up. This is very annoying to do. Uh, and to be honest, I do not add rubato for this performance for this composition, but for my next project, which is still in progress, probably will be released like in less than a month. I actually add rubato in that project. So yeah, please stay tuned. I guess to see what's my next project will be. Yeah, that that is the probably the hardest project I've ever made. Like by far, not even close to Utopia no Kagami. That's like insanely hard. I do not even understand how I achieved that in 3 months. 3 months is basically like wow, like, that's insanely hard. Yeah. One okay. Back to this topic. That's one. So it's about tempo. So you won't see that much about this in this project. So I apologize if this is not the example. Yeah. And then the second is of course the dynamics. Okay. So how loud or how soft you want to voice it, right? So okay, this so let's say that okay, this part should be very loud, this part should be very soft. I mean, pretty normal stuff to understand, right? Okay, now this two part is probably the weird one. Texture. Can I swear here? What the fuck is texture in music, right? Yeah, in singing, it's called articulation. Okay, in singing, it's called articulation. Uh, Articulation is basically in singing is the way you say the words. So let's say like yeah, so the way you say the lyrics, and this is actually insanely hard to do in singing, and probably one of the strongest points for Aura, I guess. Yeah. Uh, Aura's articulation like insanely good. Uh, and I know why. I know why her articulation is very good because I she was uh uh she learned from theater, right? I think I'm pretty sure she learns from theater, and yeah, in theater basically everything is articulation is very important in theater, and that is basically translate very well to singing. And yeah, not many singers actually experience theatrical skills, so that's obviously helps. Of course, like she also did like radio and stuff. I think so. Yeah, her articulation like it's really good. I mean, it's your channel. I don't personally mind swearing. Okay, yeah, uh, yeah. That's about articulation. So if that's about singing, so okay, articulation can be understand pretty easily. But now let's say that I want to put texture in piano or in music box. What do you mean by texture, right? So texture is about how do you we voice the sound. So it's not about loud or soft. So it's more like let's say that I want to play this aggressively, I guess. So let's say like I want to play this aggressively, or I want to maybe put an accent in here, or maybe this part should be like a bit damped down or something. Yeah. So yeah, uh, this is about texture. And then finally, this is about phrasing. So I cannot really I cannot really show like the phrasing inside the project because it will be very long. But I can sorry, by I mean project, by I mean the dummy project, the piano one. Yeah. So phrasing is basically beside well in like human language, we already have like phrases, right? So which part of word should be part of which phrase, right? Something like that. Same thing with music, as I mentioned before. Like music is basically just a language. Uh, so we need to decide which part of note should be part of which phrase, and then how do we connect between phrases? And that's basically what phrasing is. And again, this is insanely hard to learn in like probably in music. Yeah. Uh, I can understand if this two is what's easier to understand. By the way, it's not. If you already learn about like piano, even the dynamics is insanely hard. Why? Because like you have 10 hands, right? You have sorry, you have 10 fingers. You have 10 fingers, and each finger might need to produce different dynamics. So let's say like okay, this pinky left hand should be very loud, and then okay maybe this index finger from right hand should be very soft, but also the middle finger from the right hand should be very loud. Like it requires like a lot of uh, fingers in the fingers independence, I guess. Yeah, it requires a lot of fingers independence. So even from dynamics alone, it's already insanely hard, and then you still need to add more texture. So let's say like okay, this note is loud. This note is aggressive but soft. Let's say something like that. So it's like when you are angry. Like your mom is angry and she does not even scream, she just call your full name, basically something like that, right? So like, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. So yeah. So do you play that? I mean, it's easy to like, okay, this is aggressive and loud. That's easy. So how do we even play how? Okay, this note is aggressive but soft, right? It's very hard. Even in singing, it requires like a lot of powers, like from the muscles. Yeah, it's really hard to it's really hard to perform. And on top of that, yeah, again, this is the phrasing, which is to be honest purely subjective. But yeah, of course like professional musician like has a better way to phrase the music, and I always try to learn about it. Let's say that the one performance that blew my mind the most, like in recent times, is basically like the Utano Pandora's 3D concert, like the 3D concert, the Tides one. Yeah, the Tides one, the Tides piano version one. That's probably like, oh my god, that blew my mind. Like I I don't even aware that she can sing like that. Okay. I already think so much about her singing. Like I tried to analyze her singing so much in the past year. And oh my god, in that concert, three songs blew my mind. Like the first song already, what? She can do that, like, and then the second one, really? And then the tides comes, like, oh my god, that sounds so insane. I do not even understand how to say it. Like, how insane is it? It's basically I'm too dumb to understand. That's how insanely good it is. I cannot explain it in words because oh my god, I don't even know where to start to explain it. Yeah. Uh maybe like 5 years from now, maybe I can explain that, but right now definitely not. Yeah. That's basically how to deliver interpretation. I guess like I can give an example in FL. So let's back to our piano. Yeah, this is our piano. Let's delete this boring one. And then, okay, let's check on this. So we want to add our own musical interpretation here. Let's listen to it again. Basically, the basic stuff, the plain stuff. Okay, so usually the first thing that I do, of course, this already sounds like the chord sounds like it's covering the main melody. Uh, I mean, it's in certain circumstances, it's fine. There are actually some parts where I want the counter melody to sound louder than the melody for, of course, for like some weird artistical reason. But okay, let's just say that I want to reduce this. Probably, okay, probably most people will just do this. This is basically the velocity, how loud you press it. Okay, let's just reduce this. Okay, maybe this is a bit too soft. Let's just add it again. Yeah, it already sounds better, right? It already sounds better because you can hear the melody. In piano, this is like extremely hard to do, by the way, because like if this is using piano, then probably this is played using the left hand, and then this is played using the right hand, and then the pinky should be loud, and then this I guess the index finger, the what is it, the fourth finger, I forgot what it's called, uh, should be like a tad slow, a tad softer, and then this part should be like okay, this yeah, yeah, it requires like insane amount of finger independence, but we do not care about it here because this is digital, right? Yeah, but not because it's not hard to perform. That's why like I really think that every musician, every digital musician should at least try to play around with interpretation. Okay, maybe I want this to sound a bit slower, right? So let's say let's make it something like this. Okay, it already sounds different, like oh, this part is soft, right? This part is soft, so it leads like to this part better or something like that. Okay, maybe this is a bit too soft. Let's increase it a bit. Okay, now let's play around with the melody. This is a very simple melody, right? So let's play around with the phrasing and the texture. So as you can guys can see and also can hear, if I change the velocity, it will sound different, right? Okay, let's say that I want to make it sound like this. This is loud. This is a bit soft. Already sounds different, right? So if I want to sing it, it's something like na 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 na. So this sounds like ghost notes or something. Maybe I want to make it louder even. It already sounds different, right? Maybe I don't want to for this to be this is a bit too long, so let's reduce the duration. So in piano or in basically like music theory, this is called staccato, I guess. Okay, maybe I want to make this louder because it's staccato. It sounds different. Yeah, it sounds different. It has different interpretation. So the question is, of course, what do you want to choose, right? Okay, so let's put it back again to the previous one. This one, the soft one here. Okay, so let's say okay, this may be better if this is a bit sad or a lot a lot softer. So maybe this part should be okay. Maybe something like this. Okay, it's already sound better, right? So okay, let's say that I want to delete this. Just listen to the melody, I guess. I'm not crazy like it. This is better, right, than the previous one. Okay, let's add more stuff. This is again, this is the counter melody. So probably I want to hear this more than the bottom one. So let's decrease this. Okay, let's say that I want to decrease this. Maybe a bit too soft. Okay, I want to increase this part. So you can hear like na na ni. Okay, okay. This part again. Uh, this sounds a bit too messy, I guess. So usually, if the close is a bit too close to its, if the notes are a bit close to each other, usually I differentiate like the loudness. So it's not well. Usually, again, depends on the context. So what what note should I increase the volume? I guess. So maybe this one. Yeah, then and that's yeah, that's basically like how you play around with like texture and stuff. Of course, I cannot showcase about phrasing because this is just one phrase. Well, technically, this is two phrase. Technically, this is proof. Na 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 one phrase. Na na. So well, let's say that okay, I want to make it something like this. So this is a bit too close with the next phrase. Yeah, I mean we cannot really hear because the sound the voice already I guess too small, right? Yeah, and that's basically it. So okay, let's say okay, I already have this one, and then this one already sounds good, and then this is again the bass. Okay, the bass maybe sounds a bit too similar. Okay, I want to make this louder. Let's say yeah, and that's it. Simple, right? Or maybe okay, I want to move this to like the upper octave. Yeah, it sounds different. Again, the most important is what you want to choose. It's not about which part is wrong or correct. It's about what you want to choose. Yeah, and that's basically it. There are a lot more, a lot more tricks that you can use. But I guess it will be a bit more complex. So I can just show the project because like why do we start from the beginning? Because yeah, we already have it here, right? Yeah, but hopefully I can show you like the how textures and interpretation and stuff is important. Obviously, like this is like basic level one interpretation. I don't even know what I want to interpret, but even then, uh, even just from that, we can play around with the texture and the and stuff and the phrasing uh, to make it sound something. I guess at least it's not sound that. So okay, let's play it around again. Let's copy everything. Okay, and then let's put everything back like to the original version, like the one with zero interpretation. Yeah, something like this. Okay, let's listen to it one more time. It's different, right? Yeah, this one, like just listen to this one note alone. Yeah, this one is like it has like accent, right? This is emphasized more compared to this one. Yeah, that's basically textures, articulation. And again, interpretation are subjective, so you can change around. So let's say, okay, I don't want this to be soft. I want this to be loud. Actually, yeah. And this will sound closer to the original song actually. But if we move it back to like to the swifter one, yeah, it suits more to the chords because like again we made this like keep the chord progression keeps moving downwards like so yeah it helps if we ends up with like something that's it's like a sigh like so it's like it's just a breath like so it's this is not loud so okay it's over right. Yeah. And that's basically just an example about what interpretation is. And yeah, that's back to the presentation again. Yeah, and yeah, that's interpretation. And I want to mention some again, this is like some misconception about interpretation. Uh, yeah, okay, I already mentioned about like either Aura is knows very deep about music or she is a prodigy. Right? So, what is a musical prodigy? So, a lot oftentimes people misunderstood what a musical prodigy is. When people think about musical prodigy, they usually think like very young kids like playing something insanely hard or like it sounds loud, it sounds like really hard. The hands are moving really fast or really quick, I guess. Yeah. Usually people think about that. Why? Because it's the simplest thing that everyone can understand, everyone can see. But actually, that's not a prodigy. I just want to say, if you practice really hard, you can achieve that. If you just want to play really quickly. So, what is musical prodigy? Well, of course, usually the prodigies also practice really hard. Yeah, but what is musical prodigy? Yeah, basically the simplest answer is they just understand interpretation like breathing, I guess. Yeah. One example is there are many songs, classical songs, uh, that represents like a war or like something under like I guess I forgot Stravinsky. They made something like it's like under oppression of a dictator or something. Yeah, and again, based on the historical context, you need to showcase that inside the music. Yeah, let's forget about how we deliver the interpretation. How do you teach like 8-year-old kids about the feeling of being oppressed by a dictator? Like they they are 8-year-olds. Like what? I just don't understand. Like they, these are just 8-year-old kids, right? Uh, normally they just okay, this is happy. I'm eating cake or something. That's usually what 8 years old kid does, right? And then in the other spectrum of the musical prodigy, oh okay, this music is about being pressed or this music is about like a depression from like being heartbroken and stuff like really are we teaching kids about this and also they not only they can understand that they can also deliver that through their music. Yeah, and the reason is it's not that they understand like the feeling being oppressed or the depression and stuff, they just understand it. They just, oh, okay, okay, so this sound is what people call depression. Let me just play it like that, and they can do that. And let me remind you again, this concept is like most of uni students struggling with this, and 8 years and 8 years old kids can just do it like it's breathing. And on top of that, they also practice really hard. And yeah, no wonder why they are really good. And that's what a musical prodigy is. In my opinion, this is my personal opinion. Please don't cancel me. That's the first misconception. And then the second misconception, again, I already mentioned this before. Does digital music need interpretation? The answer is yes. Uh, I hate. I want to say this. This might be a controversial take, but a lot of the pop music or the famous one, especially, it sounds the same. This might sound controversial, but like there are even some songs where just one thing is being repeated like 40 times. Like, okay, okay, it's fine. It's not that I don't. It's not like it's wrong, but usually when I make the music, uh, one project is around like 100 to 300 hours. I probably listen to it like 1,000 times, probably at least. Maybe this might be an exaggeration or something, but yeah, I listen to the song like a shit ton amount. Uh, and if the song is just contain like one thing repeated 40 times, of course, like I will get bored quickly. But if it is being interpreted differently, so at least like even if it is repeated, but its repetition is different, well, won't be as boring, I guess. So let's say like if one song I can listen it to for it like 1,000 times. So if you are keep repeating the same thing over and over again, maybe I can only listen to it like 50 times or something or 20 times, which is like the downgrade from 1,000 times to 20 times is like insane, right? Yeah. So yeah, I really hate that. So I really hate when people just copy paste stuff with no reason. Again, the problem is they just copy paste with no reason. Well, probably the reason is because it's easy or something. But yeah, I really hate this part actually. Uh, Even in classical music, there are tons of repetition. It's not like classical music, like every single thing sound different. No, there are tons of repetition. But even in repetition, each phrase can be interpreted differently. So let's say like, okay, this one phrase is being repeated. So probably one of the famous example is the what is it called, like the Paganini Caprice number 24 or something, like it sounds like and then repeated again. That's how Paganini Caprice the intro, the first movement or something. Yeah, so it's literally being repeated twice, right? So the question is, how do you phrase it differently? So maybe it might sound like I guess it's like a communication thing, right? So the first one may be a question, and then the second one maybe might sound like an answer, or maybe it's like an echo, right? The first one is like very loud, and then the second one is just an echo from the first one. There is like crazy amount of ways to interpret each phrase differently, and how do you connect each phrase? And that's why if you just copy and paste without any additional context or reasons, I don't think that's good. It's my personal opinion. Please don't cancel me. Yeah, and that's the interpretation thing. And same thing again. Can digital music deliver interpretation? And yeah, kind of. You can kind of do that because the plugin is supposed to mimic the instruments, right? But yeah, it's as you guys can see, it's very annoying. To be honest, it's very annoying. But that's the part that I really love. Okay, yeah, this is the part that I really love. Why? Because it makes me like I'm playing the music. I guess. Yeah, it makes me like I'm playing the music. And when my goal is to deliver my message to Aura through my music, yeah, of course, this part is very important when I make the music. So yeah, even though this is very annoying, like I need to re-listen to it every time. Like I probably put the songs in loop, and then whenever I put the sounds in loop, like, oh wait, this part, I think this note should be a bit lower. And as you guys can see, like in the project, there are like hundreds of notes, and I already think about each note one by one. Yeah, it's really tedious, but that's the part that I really love. I really enjoy that. So yeah, so if I guess like if the music is important to you, then do it. This is not about making the music sound better. This is about making music that reflects about how serious you are on what you want to deliver. Yeah, I guess that's my answer. And then there is this one funny thing actually. Uh, by the way, this automation that I mentioned in this slide, it's not about AI. By the way, it's not about AI. So some people actually ask me, why do you even bother with that? You can just automate it. There are shortcuts for that. There are plugins for that. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, uh, this is not about automation and stuff. Like, I know it can be automated inside FL Studio, but do you really want to automate my feelings? Like, what? I do not understand like this way of thinking. So, okay, I can show you an example because like the slide says so. So this is the example. So this part, uh, so as you guys can see, this is not if you're playing the chords normally, everything will be in line, right? But now, so let's say that okay, let's play this. But again, before, basically like uh, I guess uh, I I break this chord like so it sounds like yeah. So it sounds like ding something like that or arpeggio or stuff. Yeah. Again, I know that there are shortcuts to automate this. So basically, like okay, so instead of like ding everything just by one, so it's more like ding, and each note has a certain intervals, like the same interval, blah 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 blah. I know you can automate that, but that's not my point. Yeah, that's not my point. So okay, let's say that this is a okay. So I can change around with this. Like I can make it slower. I can make it more tight. Like this is not something that you automate. This is your feelings, right? I don't understand. Like even like the okay, the duration are all the same. I can make like this part is fast maybe, and then the later is slower or in reverse, or maybe everything is slower. Like it's different. Everything is different. You cannot automate this. I swear, like you cannot automate this. This is just one thing. This is just one thing. Another thing is actually this velocity stuff. I know like a lot of plugins have a way to randomize the velocity so it sounds more human. I hate that. I really hate that. Yeah, like I don't understand what's the point of making like like the problem is like even the plugin even in the plugin, the button sets to humanize, to make it sounds more human. And I was intrigued with okay what the button is what button is this like how can a single button can humanize my song I guess. And then I checked the documentation and basically it just randomized. Why? Because if everything sounds the same, it sounds robotic. So if it sounds different, if it sounds random, then it's human. No, it's not. Please, it's not. I really hate that. I don't care what people say. This is my opinion. I really hate that. Yeah, that's something that you cannot automate. Yeah, and that's basically my take about like the automation and stuff. So yeah, if you ask, this is really tedious. Can you automate it? My answer is no. And of course, I don't want to know about like any automation in that because this is part that I enjoy. So if I automate this, basically I lose my enjoyment in making music. Yeah, that's one thing. Now this is a very good question. Can we just live record? And of course, the answer is yes. That's the best way to do it. But of course, I don't have my piano here. So yeah, the best thing I can do is basically yeah, just play around with the parameters inside the FL Studio. Not just by the way, it's not just uh the velocities, right? You can play around with the volume, we can play around with the tempo, you can also play around with the panning. There are tons of stuff that you can do to basically yeah to change how it sounds. Yeah. And I think okay, that should be everything about the theory. And we already, how long is this stream again? 2 hours. We already 2 hours in, and we have not even talked about the music. Yeah. I'm glad that this one is not Utopia no Kakami. I think if this is Utopia no Kakami, the stream will be over, like, and then I will go immediately to work. Okay, actually, let's just take a break and listen to this song from start to beginning, so we can basically talk, break down each note one by one. Also, fun fact, if you guys realize, this is actually a loopable song. That's also hard to do because, like, well, if you just compose a song that is loopable, that's easier. But if we are talking about musical interpretation, you have to understand that. So this whole thing is one story, I guess, and each has its phrase, it has its own direction and stuff. So this part has to connect with this part again, right? So like what kind of story that goes like around and around again. To be honest, this is not really ideal for a loop. I'm not really proud with the loop with this song. The one that I'm really proud with the loop is basically the one that I made for Haru, the Dream of Spring one. It's very good with to be loop, and also actually the story, I guess the context makes sense if it is loop. This one does not really make sense if you loop it. It sounds good, but it does not really make sense. Yeah, I hate to say that, but that's not really good to be looped. And then if you continue to the outro, forgot to turn on the FL Studio. Okay, let's break down one by one from the beginning. Oh my god, this will be long, right? So, okay, this part is the beginning. Again, if you want to ask what chord is this, right? So, of course, this is the four chord, same thing. But what's the upper extension, right? So, if you're talking like the real chord, so the just the normal chord, so it should be something like, yeah, this should be the chord. Or if we move it like this, so yeah. So this is the I guess the normal chord. So as you guys can see, so this is actually it moves downward like. So I guess what chord is this? Let's see. So I guess this is sus2, right? I think this is sus2. Pretty sure this. Okay, so a chord is sus. So literally, it is written sus S-U-S. It's not suspicious. It's not suspicious. It's suspended. Okay, so basically it creates more tension because if the chord is suspended, it wants to resolve. So yeah, it's another just a simple trick that you can add like basically a sus chord is something like this. We have the dummy piano, right? So a sus chord is something like this. This is the normal C major. Oh, oops. This is the normal C major. Okay. So the sus chord should be something like this. Yeah. Why is it called sus chord? Because this one is suspended, right? It sounds like it want to resolve to this. Yeah. And the other sus chord is the sus4. Basically, we just put it in the fourth. Yeah. As you guys can see, even though this is the same chord, this is just C major, but because this is suspended, not suspicious, suspended. So it feels like it wants to resolve to the yeah the whatever the original chord is. That's basically the sus chord. And it just creates more tension. Yeah, and then also as you guys can see here, uh, yeah, I make suspicious chord very suspicious. Yeah, uh, I'm not just playing this as a chord. So basically, you break down this as an arpeggio. This is called an arpeggio. So yeah, it okay. I guess I should mention this. If you just write a chord, if those are close to each other, it might sound a bit weird. So let's say that I want to make something. This is the chord, or maybe okay. Let's say that I want to play this chord. Now this might sounds confusing, right? What on earth is this? But if I break this, it will sound different. Okay, so let's say something like this. I guess a bit faster, a bit quicker, should I say? Okay, so let's say something like this. Yeah, it already sounds better, right? And then especially if you play around with the velocities and stuff. But another way is we can move some parts to different, I guess, to different octaves. So it's more spread out. So let's say that I want to move it something like this. This is the same chord, but some notes there is just at the different octaves. So let's listen to this. Wow, like it sounds completely different. Like this sounds so, I guess, like romantic. I guess this is basically C major with C major seven. No, no, no. 13, C major 13. I guess. Yeah, yeah, and this is a very useful tool. But I should mention, if you use this plugin, the music box one, it's a bit harder. Why? Because like in piano, if you stop pressing the notes, basically there are still like a bit of vibration from the strings. But in music box, it's just like a metal vibrating metal, right? So when you release the notes, the vibration is still there. So if you put like a tons of notes close to each other, it will sound very messy, and that's very tricky to handle. And it should be phrased differently than if you play it on the piano. And that's why the tights music box version does not sound that good, to be honest. Even though it is composed very, I'm really happy with the composition. But I phrase it like a piano because I that's my first time using the plugin, right? But yeah, when I'm writing this, I just noticed something that, "Oh, okay, I think I should phrase this differently, and then it sounds better actually." Yeah. So that's one thing that you should notice if you use this plugin. Mm, Yeah. So even just from this one, oh my god, how long will this stream be? Like, we are talking about one bar. Like, no, no, this is not even one bar. This is like, uh, yeah, well, technically, this is it's kind of one bar. Yeah. So, yeah, even if you listen to this, yeah, you guys might notice that this note is basically the same note with this, but different octave. Yeah. And I really love to put stuff like this. So because it just adds more impact, I guess. Yeah, and also this might be part of the chord as well, and then also it can be part of the octaves here. So yeah, uh, this is a oops, yeah, this is a very classic thing that I usually do. So if you ask about like why the velocities are something like this is basically the bass. That's why it sounds louder, and then this one is the melody. I want to hear the clicking sounds, like if we put this like very in a very high velocity, it sounds like you can hear the metals compared to like if it is very low in velocity. Yeah, you can just hear like ding, but not like the metals. I guess that's, yeah, and that's of course affects the textures, like, yeah. So if you ask like why this one singular note is very loud, even though like this basically has no chords and everything below. Yeah, because I want this to stand out, right? And again with the music box, because it's very beautiful, it's a very beautiful plugin. You can really hear like the metals. Yeah, yeah, that's basically how I compose. Like I really look at every single note and then how should I phrase this. Mm, okay. Now, there is one more thing that you guys might notice. This thing, this is the counter melody. Okay, this is a counter melody. So the main melody should sound like na 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 na, and then the counter melody na ni na na ni. Yeah, this is the counter melody. Na ni na na ni. Yeah, yeah. Again, that's basically how I made stuff. So this is the counter melody, and then this is a chord. This is the bass. Oops. Yeah, and yeah. Let's move to the next bar, I guess. Yeah, let's see actually at this. I mentioned it before, right? This cannot be automated. Uh, I just want to if I make this like a line, everything is aligned, then it will sound like this. Okay. If I mix everything like in the same, I guess in the same distance, the difference is at the same distance. It will sound like this. I mean, it sounds okay, but it's not what I want. So what did I want? Uh, so it's basically sound like this. Yeah. So this one is like fast, and then this one is slow, and then this is fast again, and then this is like very strong, like just like it sounds very clear, like it sounds strong. It just sounds strong because like everything they hear is like it's swaying around, and then this one just and then it just continue to the next, and then again the counter melody. Yeah, which is like the counter melody is like developing stuff from the behind, from the first, from the previous bar, or from the phrase, the previous phrase. So yeah, okay, yeah. Look at this classic. Like this is everything went downwards. Like this is also going downwards. Yeah, even the melody goes downwards. Okay, now let's move to this part. Oh, this is a repetition, right? We can just copy and paste. No, yeah, please do not do that. So yeah, let's say like every single one. This is a different. This is different. So why? Yeah, because I want to phrase it differently. Like so, let's say that. Yeah, this one is like dying out. So you can anticipate for the next. I guess the next phrase, like, and then yeah, yeah, as you guys can see, I want to emphasize this note. Why? Because I guess it sounds like a bell. Yeah, it sounds like a bell. This thing is sounds like a bell. Let me play it again. Yeah, this part sounds like a bell, and that's why I want to make it louder. But again, I put this like a bit slower, so a bit softer to anticipate for this. Okay, what on earth is this? Yeah, this is actually an Easter egg. This idea is not my idea. I guess this part is from Onoken. If you are a rhythm gamers, you know Onoken or all three. Yeah. This appears in a song called what is it called again? Nalta or something. Nalta. I don't know how to say that word. Yeah. But this song, this part is actually inspired by Onoken. I really love that phrase. And yeah. Uh, basically, it's just oops, oops. Yeah. This just basically this line is from Onoken. And the reason why I really love this part is because if you play this in piano, it's really hard to do this. Yeah. So if you play this on a piano, this will be your thumb. This will be your second finger. What is it called again? And then this is your I guess your pinky, and then again thumb, and then second finger, and then this is your pinky, and then this is your fourth finger. Yeah. And yeah, this is really hard to play in piano. Why? Because as you guys know, well, this is probably relatable for everyone. Pinky and like the fourth finger is very weak, right? But if you want to play something loud with the pinky, you can just add like you can just rotate your hand. You can just rotate Yeah, you can just rotate your hand. So it has like a torque, I guess. Yeah, it has like more power because you can rotate your hand. But the problem here is you need to play this harder than this. You need to play this pinky louder than the thumb and the second finger, and then the the fourth finger or I forgot what fourth finger is the fourth finger. Yeah, the fourth finger should be louder. Yeah, so you cannot rely on the torque because if you rely on rotating your hand, this will sound smaller than this. And yeah, oh my god, this requires like an insane amount of finger independence. Uh, this is really hard to play in piano. Yeah, and I really love this. I really love this phrase. And again, if this sounds complicated, uh, the the main melody is just this, and everything else is just addition. Like it just maybe it represent the chords and stuff. So the melody is just this. Yeah, that's basically it. Okay, there's something interesting in Discord. Well, you might notice this. Like even if you zoom out, why this velocity is just basically like max out, right? Yeah. Why this note sounds very loud. Yeah. By the way, this is not my idea. This is not my idea. This exists in the original song. Seriously. Try to listen again, like you don't have to listen it now. I guess like when Aura streams tomorrow, you can listen it to when Aura play the ending BGM. Try to note this. Try to notice this note. It's there. It's very loud. It's there, and that's brilliant. That's really brilliant. That's actually one of the things that I really love from the song. So again, back to like the analyzing the music. So I know I love the song. I try to listen it. So what part that feels different or take my attention, I guess. Yeah, and this is basically the notes, and it sounds so bright. This notes just sing this single note sounds so bright, and even more like in the music box because like the again the metal thing, it sounds like very bright. Like this stands out, it really stands out. Even if you can hear this throughout like the next bars. Okay, let's just reduce this velocity like to normal, I guess. So I guess normal should be something like this. Like it lose its special. Like it was special before, but because I make it normal, so it's not special anymore. Yeah, yeah, and that's why like the ending BGM is like Aura's ending BGM is like very brilliant written. It's really good, and also there is one thing that's I really love. If you open like the plugin, actually like the velocity, the higher the velocity, the brighter the I guess the stars, right? Look at the stars, like look at this, look at how bright it is. It's really it feels like you are like outside and you're looking at the stars, looking at the sky, and then there's that one single star that is brighter than everything else. And that's basically how I felt about that single note. Okay, yeah, that's about that note. The next phrase is actually interesting too. Oh yeah, I really love this. Yeah, I mean, if I want to phrase it differently, I can just make this louder like usual. na 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 ni. It will sound fine, but again, that's not what I want. Uh, if we make everything like a lot softer, basically like before, yeah, it's more like again like it's more tired. Back to the meaning of the song again. Like this song supposed to represent how tired I am because like of the bullshit that I experienced like throughout the 5 past years. Uh, so it should sound tired, and this part like emphasize how tired I am, and then back to normal again. Oops. Yeah, again, this is the counter melody stuff. And to be honest, this chord is really overplayed. Yeah, especially if you listen to like the Pokorakun orchestral BGM thing, this chord is really overplayed there, and that's one of the reason why it's really quick to make. Like I made that orchestral version in 6 hours, like, and one of the reasons because I spam the hell out of this because it sounds like yeah, it sounds like Blinky Stars or something, and yeah, I mean it's fine but if you overuse it, like it might sound boring. But yeah, if you are interested in how I guess mitigate the boringness of overusing this, there's actually one trick that I did in the Pokorakun BGM. So yeah, maybe it's for another stream when I want to discuss about the Pokorakun BGM. And again, this is the downward movement. So because this is very loud, that's why I add the octave, right? So this is the higher octave. This is the same melody but doubled up like with the octave above. Yeah, and there are actually two reasons. So let's try to listen from this one. Yeah, actually there are two parts of the song going on the same time together. Yeah. So this is the intro. Yeah, the na da 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 na na. That's the intro, right? And then there is the melody, the da na 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 na. Yeah, and then again there's the chord, and then there's the bass, and then there's the counter melody. So there are five stuff work at the same time, and that like it's a little confusing. Like which part of this part, what should I? It's confusing. To be honest, this is very confusing. But yeah, it sounds great, and yeah, and the reason why I can add back the intro on the upper octave is because I set up the octaves here. Right? So this octave actually works like I guess like it has two purpose. First is to make this sounds louder because like the chord is very noisy. But also this is also like a setup for the again for the I guess the second melody, like the not the counter melody. This is like the second melody, and then this is the first melody, and then this is a counter melody, and then the chord, and then the bass. Yeah, so five stuff happening at once. Yeah, so the counter melody is like this. This is the counter melody. Da, da, na. Ah, this is the counter melody. Da, da, na, da, da, na. Yeah, it's something like that. Like it's crazy. Like when you listen to this, it sounds like okay, this is the whole thing. Okay, so it sounds like one. Like it sounds like one thing. But if I mention like one by one, this part, this part, this part, you can actually try to track down which part is which part. So okay, let's try to listen like the upper part, like. Na, 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 na. Then the melody, of course. Na, 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 da, na, di, na, di, na, ni, na, 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 na. And then again the counter melody. Oh, da, na, mm. Yeah, and stuff. And then this again, this I just break the chords into an arpeggio and stuff. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. This is also like the na ni mi. Hmm. This is actually like this is one chord, this is one chord, but I've because I phrase it like this, it sounds like one thing. Again, that's phrasing. This is phrasing. This is actually this chord is different from this chord, but because I phrase this like a one phrase, so it sounds like yeah. Again, this feels like one phrase. Ding ding da ding na 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 na, and then yeah, continue to the next phrase. Yeah, and this is also like the example that I mentioned before. So I mentioned that if I just phrase this exactly like piano, it doesn't sound right. Because like probably in piano, if you play this on piano, uh, this will be played like with your I guess with your middle finger and your second finger. So this should sound loud. Probably it will sound a lot louder than you think, and it's fine if it's in piano, but in music box because it's vibrates like this will be a bit weird. Yeah, and that's why like I put like okay, this one is a lot lower than this part. Yeah, that's like one of the trick that I learned while using this plugin. Yeah, if you want to listen what this chord is, like yeah, okay. Yeah, this part. So this part I mentioned before. This thing goes up and then the bass goes down. Yeah. So again, this in this part there are still five things going on at once. So of course this is the melody, and then so sorry, this is the second melody I guess from the intro, and then the bottom part is like I forgot how the song sounds. Oh, just na na me something like that. And then the counter melody is like yeah. So, well, if you think about this, this sounds like a choir, right? And that's exactly it, basically. Yeah, this is basically like a choir represented in one thing. Yeah, and that's also why actually piano is really hard because when you're playing piano, sometimes like okay, this hand is playing the bass, and then this part is playing the flute, this part is representing the violin, this part is representing the harp. So yeah, you're like playing the whole orchestra with just 10 fingers, and that's why piano is really hard. I just add this like this bling bling stuff. Yeah, it means it's pretty standard. Again, if you notice this, see, Like the again, this sounds exactly the same. This is a ding da na na ding da na na, but I do not copy and paste because it will sound yeah. Again, this helps with like feeling tired, the tired that I mentioned before. Yeah, and also the melody, like if you try to sing this like na ni na so yeah, this part is very soft. Like yeah, I cannot sing this because if you want to sing something like very soft but very strong, you need a lot of training for the muscles again. And I have not been singing like for I guess 10 years probably. So yeah, I cannot perform this. But yeah, basically it will sound like that. Okay, yeah. In this part, as you can see, there are counter melodies again. This part, right? So if we notice the counter melody, it sounds like na na ni na na ni na na ni na ni na na da 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 da. And then the whole honor thing, like the honor thing that I mentioned before. And again, this is technically the melody is just da ni na. Uh, which part is this? Uh, yeah, this is precisely why I told you it's confusing, right? Which part again? Da ni na. Oh, this one. Okay, this is it. Da ni na ni. Yeah, and then again, this is just like the chord thing, and then yeah, this is a yeah, this is basically just a chord. Yeah, this one is oh my god, look at that! Like I know this is just like an arpeggio going down. The easy way to do this like basically just make the velocities like go down, and it will sounds fine. But again, I want to emphasize different things. So yeah, yeah, this is what I mentioned before. Because these notes are close to each other, I want to make one of them a lot lower so it's not sound too messy. And then again this part. So this is actually still going down from here to here. This is going down, but I changed like this part to sound lower. And then again this is going down. Yeah, yeah. You guys can see this is also very close together. So I move the the velocities differently. So yeah, and then this is louder because this is the bass. So yeah, it's not just okay. This is the loudest, and then this is the softest, and then just sort everything. That's not how it works. Oh, actually, we almost over. Okay, the stream is 3 hours long. Okay, thank God the stream is 3 hours long. It's not 5 hours. We are almost done with the music. Na, 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 na. Yeah, and again, 24 hour stream when maybe Utopia no Kagami might took 24 hours because I'm just crying and breaking down like crazy because I do not even understand how I make that. Yeah, Utopia no Kagami is like beyond next level. I don't understand how do I even achieve that. Like it's not about yeah, it's not about the technical difficulties. This song is more difficult technically. Actually, fun fact about this: if you read the description of this, the video for the music box version, I mentioned that this is harder than Utopia no Gagami. That's bullshit, by the way. I mean, when I wrote this, I thought this is harder than Utopia no Gagami, and then and then I wrote nice. I wrote Tides, Bossa Nova. That one was insanely hard. 3 months into making it's really hard to make. And then at the end of making the Tides, uh, we had like the birthday card for Pandora. Like we had the birthday card for Pandora. So when I wrote that, I kind of so yeah. Uh, I guess I should explain this in Utopia no Kagami, but whatever. Basically, um, that piece contains like more emotion that I can even express, I guess. So whenever I want to express something to Pandora, even though I already forgot like how much, how should I express the feelings, I already have the music. So if I forgot, if I want to write something, I can just listen back to that. So I listen back to that while writing the birthday cards, like, and when I listen to that, I cried. I cried like, what the hell? How do I make that? I cried. Like that's insane, right? Oh my god! Like even after like 3 months of making tides, even when I already started like the next project, I already learned so much stuff in like music production and composition and even like interpretation and stuff. I already learned so much, and then I went back to that Utopia no Kagami, and it sounds even better than I thought. Like because now I have more context, I have more knowledge, so I can analyze it better, and I still cannot explain that. Yes, I seriously that Utopia no Kagami might be a 24-hour stream, or it might can be 1 hour because I do not know what to say. Yeah, the reason why I can break down it like this because I know this piece, but Utopia no Kagami, I am clueless. Even until now, I am clueless. That's just beyond what I can make. Yeah, it's crazy. It might be 24 hours stream. Yeah. Uh, Also, I don't know why. This sounds Christmassy, I guess. I cannot explain this. Oh yeah, oh my god, I guess I should mention this. Right? This song was uploaded on the Christmas Eve. I should mention that in the beginning. Yeah. Yeah, the Sleepy Neon Room, the music box version, was uploaded in the Christmas Eve. So this is intentional to be Christmassy, and also um in the feeling that I want to express, it's like in the cold night. Yeah, it's like in the cold night, and blah 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 blah. So the way we express cold in music is also interesting. So let's say like you listen to a song and why this feels cold. There are actually a very good YouTube video that breakdowns about that. And there are I think that video like classify into four different categories. The first one is it sounds icy. So imagine like if you're playing a game and then it's like in the ice region. So I guess let's say like if you are playing Witch Spring and then you are still in the ice region, like near the Luna's house and stuff. It sounds cold. Why? Because it's icy. I don't know how to explain it, but it sounds icy, right? And then the second way to do it is basically like to through I guess like through historical context, which is the easiest way, the easiest celebration, the easiest festival celebration that we perform almost in all countries, like probably this is basically Christmas, right? So wherever you hear Christmas, you immediately is associated with snow, and if it is snow, it's cold. So whenever you hear something Christmassy, it's cold. Like like that's crazy. I know this piece was not composed for Christmas. This should just be another cold night, but because it sounds Christmassy, it's cold, and that's how I introduced the coldness into this piece. I guess, yeah. That's basically one of the trick that I did. Yeah, and then of course it's back to the beginning. Oh no no, this is actually the outro. Okay, yeah, okay. Actually, let's talk about the outro. Now, the outro. Um, this might be one of the it's funnier. It's even funnier because it's summer here. Or well, Christmas if you're in here is like 40 degrees or something. Uh, yeah, actually, we just had like the discussion about like uh the temperature stuff in Pandora server, right? Uh, Silver say that what what did he say again? Like 19 degrees is hot, and he's melting. Like uh, I know he's being serious about it, but just the thought of 19 degrees Celsius is melting hot. It's just so funny for me that lives like in the tropical country, especially like in Indonesia. Uh, it's very funny. Like genuinely, it's very funny. Like, I cannot believe like 19 degrees is like this room. Like my air conditioner now is set to 27 degrees, and that's what I call by freezing. I say that my room is freezing right now because I need to keep my laptop cold. By the way, it's 27 degrees. Yeah, it's really funny to be honest. Yeah, and normal hot days in here is like 40 plus degrees. Yeah, okay, let's back to this. Yeah, this part, this part is weird. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, back to this part. Uh, yeah, this part is actually very weird. Uh, Even if I listen to this again, the chord progression is weird. I'll be honest. But again, weird is not wrong. Yeah. So how weird is it? Okay, let's start with this chord first. By the way, this exists in the original song. This is the original chord progression. So whatever you hear from the whole thing that I made before is not the original chord progression. This is actually the original chord progression. And if you really listen to it, it sounds very specific. It sounds very weird. It sounds conflicting. Like yeah, okay. This is just I guess E flat major, right? Okay, this is E flat major. This is E flat major 7. Okay, this is just E flat. Okay, sounds so. What's wrong with E flat major, right? The chord is also E flat major. So this is just E flat major 7. Well, until you realize this part is still da-na-na. And yeah, as you guys can see, this basically collides with everything. If I put this into one single chord, this is basically this is the chord. Okay, let me play it again. It's just conflicting everywhere. It is conflicting everywhere. But again, dissonant does not mean it's wrong. It means it has more tension. So this has very high tension. So it feels like you want to resolve to something. Yeah, and this is this is the resolution, right? And the resolution is minor. Turns out this is not a major chord. This is a minor chord. And again, this is from the original chord progression. Wow, like, and that's exactly why I love this song. Like, this might sound like, oh, this is a free royalty music. So if it's free, probably it has like it's cheap or something, maybe. Yeah, but no. This BGM is like very brilliantly written. Yeah, and that's why this is probably like my top three most favorite VTuber BGM. Like this is just the normal chord progression by the original song, and it already sounds like this. Nah, that's the original song. But then I changed this whole thing completely because I want to end the song. Yeah, the original song works better for a loop, and again because it's like sleepy in your room. Like, so you are sleepy inside your room, so probably you're stuck inside your room, just like chilling. Yeah, so it's normal if it's loopable song. Like, but this since this has a story, like, okay, I'm tired, but I'm glad that everything is over because of Aura. So this should has an ending. This should have an outro. So how do I create an outro out of this? Out of like a very loopable song. Okay, this is just the original song. What? To be honest, even until now, I do not really understand this. And this is why I thought that this song is harder than Utopia no Kagami. One of the reasons is because the ending is really weird. I thought this is the reason because Utopia no Kagami, to be honest, it sounds simple. The chord progression sounds simple. The chord is simple, but again, like the level of interpretation and care put into that project is insane. But even this, like, this is also weird. But yeah, it works. Okay, let's see what chord it is like. So, I guess initially in the original song, this should be like the bass key. This should be like the bass key. So this should be like a home. But if this is the home, then how do I end the song? Right? It feels like okay, this is the home, and then let's repeat it again. So I need to break this pattern, like going back to the home. So I need to go somewhere weird to create even more tension. So you thought like the song is almost over. So it feels like tension and then release and then tension, and then you thought it is a release, but it is just another tension, right? Tension, and then this is release. You thought it's another release, but turns out it's just another tension, and then even more tension. Yeah. And okay, so what chord it is? I actually do not know what chord it is. Uh, okay, this is just na, 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 I guess F major. What is it? 9, I guess. I'm not sure. And then this is, yeah, I think this is just F major 9. But the thing is, I think this, okay, this is just also F major 9. So this is just, oh, okay. The okay. Okay, I remember now. This is just F major. This is just F major 9. But the bass is, what is this? I don't even remember. Oh, this is just the 2. So this feels like a minor chord, but this is a major chord. So this in like it's conflicting, right? So it feels conflicting. Like it wants to be major, but it feels minor. Yeah, and then also it does not really have that. This is actually just the bass chord. This is just the bass chord. Yeah, this is the bass, the home base, right? So uh, that's how I connect from this weird chord to the back to the song. So yeah, I just add the home base again, so I can repeat it here. But because this weird thing collides with the home base, it sounds very conflicting. Like it felt like you want to go back to the home, but you are not. But you are also happy, but you're also sad. Like what? And then again, this is like the next phrase. I guess the next bar, right? Yeah, and then this is like everything goes down, right? This is everything goes down. So the chord progression should be like should move up, but this keeps going down, and it's like hits like minor. This is like very sad stuff. Yeah, and again, this is the how what is it the counter melody like na 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 ni, ni. And then what? Wait, this is suddenly like very bright, like yeah. So yeah, this is just like the I guess the second the second major chord, like, so this is D flat major. But again, the here, like, it does not really, like, it does not line up. Let me show you, like, let if I just uh put this like one octave below or two octave below, like, this does not line up. It feels like this chord does not belong to this, but again, I don't care. But again, like, the reason why this weird thing works, because everything behind is just full of tension, and this is why this feels like very bright, even though it's still weird, even though it's conflicting with the melody, but it feels right because I want to close this song, right? So again, let me replay it again. The outro is insane. Like, the outro is one of the hardest thing to write here. Tension, E tension, even tension, release but to the minor, very sudden major chord, and then yeah, back to the original thing. Hmm. Yeah, this is really weird. One of the weirdest chord progression I've ever written. And then yeah, again, this is the I really love the counter melody for this part. Yeah, I actually made the counter melody louder, right? Yeah, this is the melody. So the melody should be the melody should be na 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 na, and then the counter melody is like na ni na da ni na. Yeah, and the counter melody, I make it louder than the melody. Why? I just want to make it, like, I want to emphasize, like, this is, I guess, like, it's closer to the ending. Like, this counter melody actually leads to the ending more than the melody. And then again, this is basically like the Onokan stuff. I really love this. Uh, actually, uh, this thing appears in three of my songs, I guess. Yeah. One is in the Poco Raccoon BGM. I think it appears. It also appears here. It also appears in one project that I don't really want to mention. But yeah. Na, 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 ni, na. Suddenly it sounds very bright, like, even though, like, the previous one is very depressing. Tension, release but in the minor, tension, even more tension, even more tension, release but again to the minor, then very sudden bright major key, and then back to the original song. Yeah, everything is going louder because this is the climax, right? This is the climax. This song is almost ends, and again, this part I really love this part. If you notice, I do not make, like, I do not RPG it like this. I do not break out the this part. Okay, let's listen what happened if this is RPG it, right? Let's see. It doesn't sound right. Like it's not what I want. So what did I want actually with this part? Yeah. I think I mentioned it in the description. This part is the most Christmassy song. It's the Christmassy song. So it felt like, I guess, like, maybe like like a church bell or something. Yeah, I'm not sure why. Again, it sounds Christmassy, and because it's Christmas, it's cold. Well, not 40 degrees cold, but yeah, uh, it feels cold. But yeah, this sounds like Christmas. Yeah, and then it's just dying out slowly, and then the final run. Yeah, even this, like, if you guys notice, I'm pretty sure lah. Okay, this thing is a lot lower than this one, like because if I make this, if I increase this, it will sound conflicting. But if I put it like the original, yeah, it just flows better. So it sounds like, but there's one thing here, like yeah, what is that? Yeah, and that's basically it. Can't believe we already finished the whole song. So yeah, uh, I'm pretty sure that's all that I want to talk. So actually, I think there's some more stuff at the end of the slide. So let me go back to the slide, and then let's just listen to the whole song one more time, and then let's end the stream. Okay. Uh, Let me open the slide again. This is a slide. Yeah, this is a bonus take. Uh, I just want to mention this. To be honest, it's not really related to this song. But yeah, I noticed like a lot of musicians, especially singers, uh, are struggling with this. So yeah, this is just my bonus take. My from my humble, unprofessional opinion. Yeah. Um, this is about pitch correction. This is about pitch correction. If you know me in real life, I already like complain about pitch correction. Like basically, yeah, quite frequently I complain about this. So yeah, there are a lot of singers that think that I can just use pitch correction, so I should not learn how to sing. Uh, I don't really like that. To be honest, I don't really like that. And the reason is not because you cannot sing. It's not because the pitch correction is bad. It's a technology, right? We cannot just disregard the tool. We cannot just disregard the technology. So what is bad? Yeah, the thoughts makes it bad. So I hate like the words like I can just sing whatever and pitch correct, then just use pitch correction later. I don't like this I guess the this mindset. Like I don't like this mindset. I can just sing whatever and correct it later. Also, I'm not good at singing. Please use pitch correction to make it better. Like I can understand if you cannot sing, but at the same time you can just practice. Like, am I dumb? You can just practice. I know it's hard, but because it's hard, it means you're serious about it. Like, it's simple, right? But if you don't want to practice, that means you are not serious about your singing. And if you are not serious about your arts, why should I bother with your arts? If you yourself don't even bother with it. Like, it's weird. It's really weird. And then also this part is a falsetto. Falsetto is like if you sing it like not really in tune. So please correct it. Correct the pitch using the software again. I do not really like this. Uh, and also, of course, the thing that I really hate. I use pitch correction because everyone use pitch correction. Oh, so if everyone dies, so I should die. I should die too, I guess. I really don't like that. So there are some reasons that I want to mention. So first, the first take, right? I can just sing whatever and correct it later. And again, it seems like you don't really serious about what you are singing. And by the way, this applies in not just for singing, right? Yeah, but specifically for singing. Again, like if you just okay, I can just sing whatever. Well, if you sing whatever, your singing will be whatever too. Even if you pitch corrected, it will be a pitch corrected. Like it will be perfectly in tune whatever singing. Like what is it? Is it what you want? Like I don't understand that. And then this, I'm not good at singing. Please use pitch correction to make it better. The thing that I don't like is how you are not confident with your singing. Because in music, there is nothing wrong, there is nothing incorrect. Better or not is relative. But yeah, uh, just be confident, even if your singing maybe does not sound as good as other people that you think they are good or something. It's fine. It's your singing, right? And I hate that like a lot of singers like, oh no, I'm singing out of tune. And other people use, yeah, again, other people use speech correction, so I can just use speech correction. I don't really like that. Yeah. And then the falsetto part, this is actually funny. The falsetto part, uh, okay, I sing it not correctly, please fix it. Falsetto is not incorrect. Falsetto is just out of tune, right? It's not incorrect. It's just out of tune. If you can justify the out of tune, then it's fine. Like you do not have to care about, oh no, this is not perfect. Like perfectly in tune sounds robotic, right? Like the imperfection sounds human, not randomness. The imperfection sounds human. So if you can justify it, like it's your feelings or stuff, then it's fine. You don't have to use speech correction. And also, this is also Jacob Collier's quotes. In tune is very overrated. Out of tune is the next big thing. Like Jacob Collier is one of the biggest, probably like the avant-garde jazz musician stuff. Yeah, like he made like a lot of insanely cool stuff. Like probably like one of the best musician in the world. Uh, like, oh my god, if this stream mic is just me talking about Jacob Collier, but yeah, I need to stop this because yeah, it is already too long. This stream is already too long. Yeah, and also this is a bit of fun fact. The modern music system, the 14 tet, which is the equally tempered something I forgot what's the the full thing. Yeah, the our modern system, music system, is out of tune. Basically, if you want to make the everything in tune, it just broke the system. It just broke the system. Like the you can find about this like probably Jacob Collier talk about this uh in his like shorts, YouTube shorts and stuff. Yeah, but if you make everything in tune, it will sounds it won't work. So uh, for modern music, like digital stuff, even in the piano, where okay, this is the octave and stuff. There are compromise. There are some compromise that you have to make for the convenience, and the compromise is being out of tune. But because everyone use that, people think that that is the in tune. People think that that is the best way to sing. No, that's actually out of tune. And that's actually the reason why some singers sing better than autotune. And yes, Aura is one of them. Aura actually sing better than autotune. Aura sing better than pitch correction. Please do not pitch correction Aura singing. Like, oh my god, like Aura singing is very in tune. Like, it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. Like, the amount of stuff like that that she did like is insane. Like really, like her singing is insane. I cannot even explain. She's probably like one of the best singer I have ever listened. And again, it's not like maybe like usually if I mention something like that, people like, oh, have you listened like to I guess Pavarotti or something? Well, first you're comparing a VTuber with Pavarotti, which is like one of the best opera singer in the world, in the history actually. Yeah. And second, Aura can sing many genres. I cannot imagine like Pavarotti sing something like that lolly song that Sigure we made. Like, am I crazy? Like, can Pavarotti rap? Like, Aura can rap. Yeah. So, yeah. So, like, really, Aura singing is really good. It's insanely good, actually. I don't think many people really know how good her singing is because I don't even know how good her singing is. I still cannot imagine like the I guess like the upper bound of her skill. Yeah. So please, if you have some part with falsetto or you're not confident, you think that's wrong, it's fine. It's not incorrect. It's not wrong. Yeah. But this mentality of oh no, this is wrong. I have to correct using this is what concerns me. Yeah, and especially this. I use speech correction because everyone use speech correction. Well, at least if you want to use speech correction, give me your reason, not other people's reason. Like, this is pretty reasonable, right? Yeah, and basically this is the final words. By the way, if you all have any questions, I'm not sure if you still have any questions. This is already 3 hours more. But yeah, basically, music is subjective. This is very important. Music is very subjective, and actually, making music is very easy. You can just start now, actually. Yeah. And the most important key takeaways is try to understand what you love more, and then also be thoughtful of what you want to make. And I think this applies to everything, not just music. But yeah, especially in music, these two mentality is more important than the whole music theory stuff, because this is basically your motivation to learn more, to understand more. It connects you more. Like, okay, if I want to understand more about Aura, I can understand more about her singing. I can understand more about her feelings. It's just what I want. It's just one. It is like one package, right? It's like one package. So it's better for me. It's better to do that. So yeah, I always want to understand her singing, and even now I still cannot understand how good her singing is. So yeah, I'm really excited to keep learning about music, even from just from her. Yeah, and that's it actually. I think yeah. Thank you for watching, and I guess any questions. This is like, to be honest, this really feels like an online class. Doesn't feel like a stream at all. And also, by the way, thank you everyone for coming. Uh, I thought no one will come to this stream. I genuinely thought no one will come to this stream, especially when Pandora also streamed today. Right now, I think still streaming. Uh, One of the reason why I keep postponing, like announcing the date and the time, because I was waiting for the schedules, like for the stream schedules, and I think like, okay, this is pretty late. I guess I can post this, and then I post it on Twitter, and then like 5 minutes later, Pandora posted. Oh no! So yeah, uh, I really appreciate that. Like for everyone who come here, like even if you are not like watching Pandora now, if you are not watching Pandora, watch now. uh, yeah, I really appreciate it. Uh, and even if no one comes to this stream, to be honest, I will still continue explaining. Yeah, believe me or not, I know that one of the most important skill to have as a streamer is uh, the the skill to talk to yourself. Like, but believe me or not, teachers also masters that skill, because because when you teach, no one in class, none of the students listen anyway. I can tell like when the students actually listen to me or not. I really can tell that. I mean, like I have been teaching like for 10 years. So when the students are not listening, by the way, I'm not blaming the students. Maybe the students are preparing for the exams. Maybe there are more important like quizzes. Which is fine, which is fair. I'm allowing them to do that. So I know when they are not listening to me for whatever reason that they want to do, but I cannot stop teaching it. Oh, everyone is busy with the exam. Okay, I guess you can just do the exam, and I can just see it. And there is no class today. I cannot say that, so I still have to teach, even though I know that no one will listen because everyone is more concerned about the exam, which is fair. So yeah, I already have the skill to talk to the wall. But yeah, to be honest, I really enjoy this stream. Yeah, uh, probably this is like one of the most uh happy thing I experienced like in the recent weeks, I guess. Yeah. Uh, this is the first time to basically talk to you guys through my voice. And yeah, it really makes me excited to go to VXpo even more. Maybe I can meet like Menden or Ronnie and stuff. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Actually, I was wondering if I want to go to the expo, because like it's very expensive. It also collides with like the ICPC World Finals. So actually, I need to go to Azerbaijan first and then directly to UK. That's like it sounds very dumb. Even my mom said like, why don't you just postpone it to next year? I was considering it a lot, but yeah, again, like experience like this makes me really want to come to the expo this year. So yeah, hopefully everything will go right. Yeah, I guess that's it from me. So let's just listen to the song one more time, and we can end the stream. and go directly to Pandora stream. I don't know if she's streaming or not, but yeah, I will check her Twitch later. Where is it? Okay, there is no fancy animation. This is very scuff. This is a very scuff stream, but whatever. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys soon later. I don't know, or in Pandora stream. Bye bye.